don't do the pink pill. I'm rocking the fro right now. I'm rocking my Angela Davis fro. I don't know what to do with this. I don't know what to. You know what? I need to go get my other office chair because this one is too noisy. All right. Y'all came up in here while I was still fixing my hair that I don't know what to do with. Whew. If y'all could see the high definition with the curls. I got attacked at Walmart. Your hair's so pretty. You can have it because I don't know what to do with it. I don't like my hair. Why? Because it's too much to handle. Black hair is too hard to handle. I don't have time for that. When I die one day, and hopefully it's in a day because I don't want to die at night. It's already scary when you die. I'm gonna say, God, while you was making us, I don't know if you were multitasking, but why did black people have to have thick hair? I love the darker skin, nice hips, nice lips, but the hair. Let me holler at you real fast. I know you still evaluating whether I'm gonna get in or not, but I have some issues. All right, let me give Tony this link. We're gonna talk about black women and their terrible attitudes. Tony, I am waiting on my dad, but I will go ahead and add you. Ladies, you left Tony. Here's the link, Tony. Hopefully y'all didn't just hear my stomach growl. I tried to play it off like real hard because I'm low-key hungry. Let's see what y'all talking about over here in the chat. Look, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do with this. I'm gonna let it be in the fro. I'm gonna let it be in the fro for tonight. I'm gonna try to pick it out. We're gonna bring the pics back. Yeah, it's nice hair. It's all right. All right, let's get my intro going. We're gonna be waiting for Tony to get here. Also, my dad, I have to call him back in 5 minutes. I don't know how that's gonna be trying to add him on here. He's never done the StreamYard. He's done the YouTube or the Facebooks. I told him I need about 15 minutes of your time, and then I'm a clown with Tony. So where see what else y'all saying? Want do some Bantu knots. I don't even know how to do that. Might have to get it done. Desiree, what up? Maintenance man, what up? Rashad, okay. All right, let's go. Ladies, y'all gonna be mad at me tonight. Oh, did my video just upload? Because I gotta call my mama back because my baby nephew kept trying to call me. Hold on. Did my video upload, y'all? Because Shira, I'm getting you as soon as I get out of here. Please understand, you getting got. Let me see if my video uploaded. All right, good, it uploaded. Huh? Shira, the foolishness that you pulled. All right, good, it uploaded. It's going down with you. I got too many things going on. Got to call my mama back. She's going to be mad because I had to click over for my dad. And then, hey, anybody with an iPhone that y'all selling or a iPad, because I need to be able to talk to my baby nephew, because he can't call me on Duo. Hold on, y'all. See if my mom got an attitude. Let's test her. Let's see. Oh, I thought you weren't gonna pick up for me. Did you get Pooh? Did you try to three-way him in so I could talk to him? He had to get off the phone. I don't let grandma. What he say? Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 second. We waiting on. If you want to jump on the panel tonight, if you're a black woman that got an attitude, then jump on the panel tonight. Mama, I'm about to call Daddy and go live, but I was just calling you back because I had to. What he say? Oh, he left me a message. What? Oh, give me. Can you text it to me? Yeah, text it to me. Text it to me, okay? Okay. My baby 4 and he got his own number. Oh, let me come on. You want to come on? Okay, that's the link right there. I have an attitude, but I'm 100% white. You white? I thought you was black this whole time, Debbie. I don't be knowing. I don't be clicking. Okay, so I was in the process of watching that video, but ordering food, I need to concentrate on that. Do that. See, y'all, I don't know what's going on. I need a beautician. And you know what's crazy? I live right down the street from the little barber college where all little hood rat girls go and learn to get their license. Oh, let me send the link to my daddy. Dang it. I'm gonna go in there trolling them hood rats. Y'all know I troll in real life. I'm finna start trolling. When I tell you, when I used to go to the what they call it, Texas Barber College, but it's beauty shop too. It's a beauty shop section, and it's split right down the line. And on this side they got the hood rat black girls, and then on this side they got the hood rat black dudes. I'm gonna go in there trolling this week, so y'all know. Live with hood rats, and I'm gonna tell them they loud. And I don't know why they learn to do hair when they're just gonna grow up and wear weave. Let me go to Gmail. Send this link to my daddy. Get my daddy on here. Cause I told him. Okay, Tony. I gave you the link, Tony. You know the ladies want to see you. Click that link. I don't know how my daddy gonna do this. Y'all better pray he know how to do this. I gotta send it to his email. Oh, let me give y'all something to listen to real fast while we wait. Team. Oh! Whoo! I forgot. K Shizzle. Guess what just came in the mail? Whoo! I was making that She-Ra video. Thought I was gonna have to get the deuce. I ain't know who was ringing my doorbell. I think your thing came for me in the mail. I don't know. Is it? Okay, Shizzle. Let me scratch my address out. Not even though y'all already got it, because Mello put it out. I really don't care because ain't nobody gonna pull up, and if you pull up, you're gonna leave in a body bag. But let me scratch it out. Dang. Okay, so it came from the shipping place, not your address. Even though I know your address because we business partner. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. It came, bruh. I just told you on live. Oh, old dude said he wanted to go live with me too. Y'all gotta text my business line. I'm gonna get him on here. K Shizzle. I'm gonna get you on here real fast. Then I'm gonna get my daddy on here, and then I'm gonna get Tony on here, and then I'm gonna get anybody else in the chat that wanna go. K Shizzle, where you at? You gotta see me open this live. This was like, I think you mailed this to me like, what, 2 days ago, if that? Hold on. I'm finna tell him to come on my live so he can see me with this shirt. And then the guy that's gonna be on here later, he's mailing me a hoodie. Your hoodie should have been here. That's how I know they shipped it back to you. No, don't click that link. I really wish, you know what? I want to read the chat. Mama, Why do y'all leave me voice messages? I told y'all I don't like that. Unless it's an emergency, y'all messing with my storage. Y'all messing with my storage. I know I got an Android. Why do parents do that? No, they could text me. Your parents. If y'all parents out here, stop wearing y'all kids. Let y'all die. Your shirt came. I'm on live. If you want me to wear any of your shirts or your merch, y'all know I got the Tigo titties. Wait, let me show y'all. I got my brother shirt on right here. Team Crisco. You dig. Baby Crisco. I'm gonna call you when I get off live. My baby nephew. All right. Now, I promise you I'm going to pay attention, y'all. Give me 1 second. I got to get socially detached. I don't know if he in the chat, but he said he wanted to go live. Okay. I'm alive. Hit the chat for the link. Chat for the link. Bada bing, bada boom, boom. He mailed me a hoodie. So let's open up before we get started. Make sure y'all hit the like. And if you want me to wear any of your clothing, hit my business line. Nightbot will have my business line pretty soon. Let's rip this open like a feminine woman. Okay, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna rip this open like it had a bunch of child support cards in it. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Tiff? How you feeling?
You ain't saying nothing but what, huh? All right, say that again.
I said, how are you doing, Tiff? Can you hear me?
You know, I'm doing good. You know, you on there looking like a bag of snacks. You know what I mean?
Oh man. So
you saw the title. Don't get scared. You saw the title. What the title say, Tony?
I don't even know. I just clicked on the daggone link, man.
Well, let me tell you what the title say. Hold on, cause see, some people finna get mad, but that's okay. Hold on, I done forgotten my own title. Oh, that's enough. And say, who is that? Y'all talk to each other real fast while I what up? What up?
Oh, that's your father?
No, that's my dad. That's somebody from the chat. Jason, what's up?
What's up? How you doing?
Tony, I'm doing good. Tony, you talk to Jason real fast while I you know what I'm saying, see my shirt that was mailed to me.
All right, okay. So like what's the title of it? What's the title of this show, man? Wait, let me hold on.
Black women, they nasty attitudes and their unrealistic expectations from black men.
Oh Lord have mercy. Oh boy. Okay. Woo.
Yes. So you like where you want me to start, right?
I mean, we can start wherever. I mean, we can start with the title itself. I mean, I can say that at the risk of sounding like being a contrarian here, I think that at the risk of sounding like a contrarian, I look at it this way. I think that sometimes as black men, we do tend to generalize black women because I've had nothing but positive experiences with black women. Anybody that ever when any job that I'm gonna put like this, any meaningful type of employment I've gotten was because of a black woman, whether they be in HR or whether they already were at the job and when I started working there, they kind of looked out for me or something like that. I mean, I've had nothing but positive experiences with black women. Like the best relationships I've been in were with black women. Let's just be real here. That's just a fact. Um, so that's my experience. However, the whole attitude thing, I think that it's I think that what we're looking at is not necessarily there's something that's conducive to one particular race. I think what we're looking at is a lack of mental health that's being addressed in that community.
Uh-huh.
If we're gonna be real, I think it's a mental health thing because think about it. You know how in other communities, if somebody's depressed or whatever or has anxiety or whatever, it's addressed that they have these things and
Uh-huh.
they get some help. But in our community, for some reason, we just castigate the woman and say, oh well, she's just loud or she's just angry or she's just this, that, and the third. Now, as far as an unrealistic expectation, I think I got something in the chat. Hold on. Jason Johnson said, "Let me in."
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah. So as far as unrealistic expectation, the Wonderful Life of Bob J. Data. The hell? All right, I'm not even going to address that. But so like as far as like
Don't
He
read the
unrealistic,
said,
chat, my brother. Don't
I'm
read
don't
the
not even
read
chat,
going
it.
my
to address
brother.
that because I'm gonna tell you right now that whole alpha beta shit that's been disproven by science as well. But we can go all night for real. Like so, as far as unrealistic expectations, I mean I think that's subjective because one person's unrealistic expectations might be oh that's me or another person's oh that's me all day. So I'm not necessarily disproving what you're saying. I know that there are black women out here who do have ridiculous expectations. Like old girl who was on Kevin Samuel's show who wasn't really all that. But I mean, hey, you know, she wanted this type of guy, but he was kind of real. Like generally, this type of guy wasn't going to be checking for a girl like that. So I mean,
Were you
I'm
saying because she was not cute enough?
I say because she felt entitled. It was the sense of entitlement more than anything,
Yeah,
and that
and
might be a huge turn off too.
what I can say about it is, honestly, she could have won if she didn't have that attitude. They probably could have. A lot of men would have looked past her looks if she had the right
Yeah.
attitude. You
Oh
see,
yeah, most definitely.
a lot of women don't understand. You could probably get any man that you want if your attitude is right. Because you see it in the white community and other communities. You see it in other communities all the time. When the attitude
Yep.
is right, sometimes it outweighs the looks. You know, because like when I came to the manosphere, I came to chew up the meat, spit out the bones. I don't subscribe to what everybody say. I subscribe to what I want for myself and what I
Mm-hmm.
think is real and what I think is reality. In reality,
Likewise.
in reality, we all need someone. So you have to balance your standards. I mean, you're never going to get everything you want out of something that you actually want. But if you sit up there and you have unrealistic standards, you will find yourself going into your 40s not finding nobody. And I think that was what Kevin was trying to tell her, because he did tell her, well, maybe you could date a mechanic, maybe you could date a blue collar person. She clearly didn't want any of that. Clearly was then she barged in on the show. That was the first sign of disrespect. He was nice enough to talk to her, and you make six figures, you could have did it in private. But she wanted to do it on his show, so he did it her way. And then it was funny how, everybody came for Kevin after that video. And honestly, I gotta say that I'm gonna call it what it is. It's really not about Kevin. It's about everybody getting their name out there and making money on YouTube. That's what it's really about. Because if you
Yeah.
look at
I mean,
him, everything he
I
does,
agree.
there's a reaction behind it. And the reason why I like Tiffany, because Tiffany's organic. Tiffany, you can tell Tiffany's in it for the work. Because she's not aiming at just Kevin's videos. She's aiming at everybody out there talking shit about black men. And
yep. Like
Tiffany,
the
Mm-hmm.
Jack the Punch.
and Tiffany, I'm gonna tell you. there's a long fucking line. I mean, there's so many black women out here coming. I mean, you're gonna be in the hundreds by the time you get done, or over 100,
Oh, oh,
because there's so many
I
black
haven't
women.
even just dipped my foot in there.
And I know you don't want your videos to be over 2 hours, but you might have to do a little 2 hour video, especially when these women start coming, because they're gonna come on your panel.
Right.
Trust me. So
Oh,
like
Somebody's going
they're scared right now.
like Jessica X. Jessica X had
Oh
Sheryl
yeah.
Seven come at her. Crystal and Carrison went on her show. You know, they're gonna come after you after they see your numbers going. They're gonna come after you because they're not gonna like your message. And but you know, I'm glad you're in this ring, because Jessica's nice. They haven't met you yet. They had it nice. They've been having it nice. They haven't met someone that's gonna give it to them the way they've been ditching it out. And I think you're the perfect candidate, because you're gonna give it to them the way they want it. I mean, they really don't want it the way you're gonna give it to them, but this is what they need. They need a woman like you, because you stand on your square and you don't be nice about it. You know, so and it's been a long time coming that I've been waiting for a woman like you to address the situation, because sometimes the situation does require aggression with another female. But you see,
I think, I think Love Dorsey kind of comes at them too, a little bit like that, but in a different. Yeah, and it's like it's refreshing to see, you know, a difference of opinion, because man, not like what's killing is just like the narrative of the woman is always, that's just not the case.
But
it's normally a bunch of women bashing black men. Oh, go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the reason, because like here, like Chris says, the kid hit it on the head, like Love Dorsey. Like, she's not Derek Jackson or Kevin Samuel. So if you want like that perfect middle ground, you know, if you're looking for like content, like talking about the relationships in our community, that's the one. Because Love Dorsey, she'll give it to you raw, like she give you that raw. You know what I'm saying? So
and see, I think and see, a lot of people don't get like.
Yeah, but guess what? Tiffany has.
Both people accountable.
Guess what Tiffany has? Tiffany's organic. She's natural. She believes in everything is beautiful about the black personality.
Okay.
And she doesn't wear weave. So anything that she wants to fight against, anything that she wants to attack, she can attack. A lot of women that's out there, they can't afford to go at it like Tiffany, because Tiffany's organic.
Right. And that's something you can't buy.
Let's say if Tiffany say, yo, wear your real hair. Stop giving a man the made up you. They can't fight Tiffany on that, because when they look at Tiffany picture in her photo, she's preaching she's practicing what she preach. So she's not wearing weave.
They get mad because I don't have a police record, never been arrested, don't have kids, don't have tattoos, not ratchet, don't wear makeup, don't wear eyelashes.
Exactly, and that's why she's dangerous. You see, everybody brings something to the table, but Tiffany's bringing everything to the table. She could afford to say, she could afford to say this and that and not be criticized. Let's say if Tiffany says something about makeup, they can't criticize Tiffany. If Tiffany says something about weave, they can't criticize Tiffany. See, the other females are speaking up. The other females are speaking up. The other females are speaking up. They can't aim at the weave or the makeup, because they wearing it. Tiffany can aim at things that other people can't. Because if you're wearing weave, you can't talk about weave. If you're not natural, you can't talk about being natural. If you can't talk about tattoos if you got tattoos. So you see, she could come at it from all corners. And that's what we need. We never had not one female. We never had one female that was able to stand up and not have all of those things. And I think that's what's gonna shine the spotlight on Tiffany, is that she's coming natural and organic. And when men look at her, they're gonna be like, well, she's not an ugly female. She's not tatted up. What's that
word like to throw around? What's that word? What's it they call it? A pick me? They like to throw that word around.
They call me a pick me all the time because they say I'm y'all.
Yeah, but she's embracing it, so it doesn't matter.
A pick me is somebody who has no self-respect at all. It's basically like how they like to throw the term simp around, which, I mean, it depends on how you looking at it. That's also subjective. But like the boy Derek Jackson, his punk ass. But see, I look at it like this. No, like, cause for real, first off, we've never seen him outside of his car or truck or whatever it is that he drive or whatever. We've never seen this. And second off, like, he the pot calling the kettle, because the whole time he got an illegitimate child out there. So it's like, you can't say how men need to act when whole time you out here, you know, with you did the worst, you know, and you want to tell women to have that unrealistic expectation. So we're gonna talk about somebody perpetuating unrealistic expectations. Let's talk about people who try to profit off the pandering. He's no different than the poverty pimp. From like, you know, like y'all remember Jesse Jackson, who can't hardly talk? That's a poverty pimp. But so yeah, so I mean,
can I say something?
Go ahead, fam.
Yeah, man. You know, I'm kind of passionate about this subject. You know, I do love black women. I was raised by good black women, right? You know, it's the way of my life. You know, as every black man been raised by a black woman. You know, so I wouldn't definitely not trash them, but it's a lot of things that I've experienced and seen. You know, a lot of people don't talk about the women that's keying cars, you know, and bleaching clothes, you know, and you know, burning houses down. You know, some girls will literally take every dollar from a man, bro. I mean, like
they
you know,
can.
oh yeah, if they can, they'll get to his heart. They'll get to his heart. They will do whatever you know, and whatever he asks, you know, and play this little role. And I mean, like, this is coming from experience, right? And literally go to work. Man went to work offshore. Now, she was nice to him, right? He tried to take her home before he go to work, right? And I'm not going to expose him. He tried to take her home before he go to work, but he watched her cry in front of her mama, and you know, he felt sorry for her. He gave her the key to his house and he went offshore. He said, "You know what? I'm gonna help you out, and I'm gonna let you stay in my place while I go offshore." Came back, everything was gone. And literally everything was gone from his house. Like the house. Yeah. Oh man, I can say, yeah, he did it to himself or whatever. But come on, man, let's just be real about it. And it's like, you know, stuff like this happens to a black man all the time. I made a little live yesterday, man, and I said it's so perfect, bro. They got old cats today. That I know I'm talking about old cats. I'm from South Louisiana, y'all. I'm from South Louisiana. I've
you
seen.
from okay.
Yeah, I'm from the mud. You know. So
I heard that
I,
accent.
yeah, baby is up. You know what I'm saying? And
Yo,
you
you
know,
better stop. You better stop.
chill out. No, but I would see old cats, man. And they'll just be like, yeah, man, I had it all. I had the cough, man. I had this, I had that. Until I met Keisha. Till I met old girl, you know. She done ruined them down
Ooh,
and tore up his whole life. Fucked his whole life up. Fucked up
Yeah,
whole life, man. And anybody that know how this shit work with life, we know it's not easy, man. All this stuff, 6
no,
figures,
it's not.
6-pack, all this stuff takes time. It takes time. It
Yeah,
takes
yeah. Take time
months.
to cultivate
It
all
takes
that.
it takes years to get a 6 for some people. For some people, it
Yeah,
takes
but
years to
Uh-oh.
get
yeah,
a 6.
yeah,
It takes
brother,
years to
brother,
get a six figures. It takes
brother. Can
years
I
to
cut in?
sure.
Can I cut in for this? Now, let me tell you something, brother. You, you don't do that for a woman. You don't do that for a
Mm.
woman. You work for yourself. I mean,
Manipulative.
we gotta stop this. This is indoctrinated in us as men. We
What can
gotta
I
start seeing women. No, women ain't gonna stop treating us like that until we start saying we want you to want me for me. Everything else comes later. I'm
what
not
can
saying you're not supposed to give a woman anything, but she's supposed to want you for you. What if you get sick
That
and you
too.
gain the weight right back?
Yeah.
What if you can't work
I
out?
can give y'all.
I mean
You
I
want to
think
know that
you
I
she's
can
gonna
give. I
be
can
there.
give.
can I answer that?
I can give y'all the perfect example of this, right? So I'm gonna say about late 2019, right? I start talking to this one, shorty, whatever, and I mean she had tats, all that, whatever.
What's
But
up, fella?
I didn't necessarily. Oh, okay, where Tiff at? All right.
She
So
probably
Oh,
anyway,
she
so
probably
she
stepped
had
out.
like
She said she gonna step out.
yeah, she had tats, whatever, etc. etc. All right. And obviously, she was a little bit attractive. But see, I've always been somebody to analyze a lot of shit. Like I don't just like go in there. I stay outside first round. I look at what you like to do, how you like to move, etc., etc., and I move off of that. And one thing I noticed was she kept leading with she kept talking about her financial problems. And I'm sorry, within a week of me talking to you, there's no reason for you to be discussing your financial problems, especially if I haven't even discussed seeing you yet. I don't even know if I like you yet, right? So luckily, we link up, and whole time she kept looking at my ID badge that was hanging from my rearview mirror. Now, I'm not about to like disclose where I work at because lie hating ass motherfuckers try to dox you and shit and get you fired.
Yeah,
But
she's seen potential,
what
brother.
I will
She's seen potential.
right, and so she basically it's like her whole disposition changed immediately after saying like where I worked at, and she was asking all these questions about my job, like benefits, pay, etc. And then the whole time her a lot of men are sense they want to be the breadwinner. So it's like I saw the gears start turning in her head, right? So next thing you know, I hit her with this. I said, I can't. It's biologically impossible for me to father any children, right? I told her that. I told her I shoot blanks, right? And she kept inquiring and hinting that I need to get that checked out or fixed if I could, etc. And I'm like, why are you so concerned with that? Why are you so concerned with my job? Would you want an application or something? So that like touched the nerve. She didn't like that shit. So finally, like I like finally like the whole facade just was torn down. I eventually saw for what she was. She had this badass 14-year-old kid who like gave her his ass to kiss. And she had a daughter who was about 6 but couldn't do basic 6-year-old things like lay out her clothes the night before going to school. So I'm like, oh no. This is a catastrophic situation
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
So I
brother.
stepped
Let me
off.
tell you.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Blood.
I wanted to make a bigger a bigger point, right? Man, a lot of times, bro. To me, see, I don't like to speak a lot. You know, I'm actually a very quiet dude. I chill a lot. But the reason I'm speaking about this, man, is because I've literally watched, like, I've watched black men get destroyed, y'all, destroyed, messing around with just women that you would think would be just good.
More,
Some of these women will be beautiful, y'all. I'm talking about beautiful women. This ain't no this ain't no ugly bats or no ratchets or nothing like that. These are beautiful women. Like, I mean, like, these are guys that are literally losing their livelihood over this stuff, man. We need women to handle the house. That is what a woman. That's why when it's always an imagine of the man going to work and the woman staying at home. She not just staying at home collecting goods. She is taking care of the home. You have to fold the clothes. You got to wash the dishes. Okay, you have to take care of the babies. Okay, I mean, like, it's not that hard to kind of figure it out. It's like, oh, well, a man got me in his house. Damn, and I'm barely paying any rent. Well,
but
what could I
brother,
possibly be doing? I should be washing the dishes. I should be taking. I should be doing this, taking care of the home, and making sure things straight. If the home not straight, how can a man's life be in order if his home is not in order? Go.
and brother,
I feel
I'm
like
gonna be.
this though. Go ahead.
It's all
I think a
nice.
lot of times.
These are.
I
It's
think a
all
lot of
nice.
times.
Oh, you know what? It's
Y'all
skipping. My
listen,
bad, brother.
listen.
Go
Y'all
ahead.
gonna keep talking over each other, but I
No,
just want to say this real fast. A lot of men want modern women, but they want old-fashioned women at the same time. How we gonna work 8 hours and do the kids? Y'all gotta help.
Hey,
but
yo, can
let me
I
tell
interject
you,
with
All right,
that?
it's
well,
already
I'm gonna say this.
it's already fucked up though. We
Hey, yo, let me.
would
Hey,
want
yo.
that to happen, but we can't even go back because it's too far gone.
Hey,
But what we could do is tell women that we want to be treated like human beings instead of animals, because that's what men get treated like animals. They don't get treated like
Well,
no human beings.
hey, yo, bro,
They
let
don't
me
reduce
interject.
us to a bag. They don't reduce men to
Hey,
a
yo,
bag of
yeah,
money.
and I can tell you, why that is. A lot of us are meeting these women when they are mentally in survival mode. You cannot properly be loved or have anything you do properly reciprocated
that's
if the
true.
person you dealing with is in survival mode. Survival mode means they'll do whatever it takes to get to a place of relative comfort, even if it
Yep.
means the whole romantic area of their life is completely eradicated or set on the back burner to the point where you don't know exactly what it is she really likes. So I
Hey, yo,
mean,
let me.
again, that goes back to mental health though.
Hey, yo,
And
let me interject, bro.
as far as the modern versus traditional woman, I mean, I look at it like this. Both my folks work, both my folks cook, both my folks clean. That's how I was raised. So so it's like it wasn't like this one thing where one person did this, the other one did that. They both did everything. You know, my pops even told me when I was little, he said, look, you can't depend on a woman to do nothing for you. You better learn how to cook. You better learn how to hem your own clothes. You better learn how to do a lot of shit. And you know, it wasn't even like I had this attitude, but that's what he said.
Can
So
I?
it's like I'm cool on the whole traditional thing. I'm not I don't I'm like whatever, I don't care about that. Like it's a
So
different type
so
of
so
economy.
can I say something?
Go ahead.
So I mean, like, I'm here with you, right? I'm here with you. I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I actually went to cooking school, right?
Okay.
But someone had brought up something when I had told them this, and it kind of sparked something. But it's like, why do we have to even learn it? It's like it's kind of asking a woman, why do she even have to work offshore? Like, why do she have to work? You know what I'm saying? Like, why? We are here. There's men and women, yin yang. We supposed to be together. God has us here to be together. God made man, he made woman for us to be together. When you say you don't need a man or you don't need a woman, you are going against God's word. You're not going against real life. See, I mean, like I understand what you're saying. Hold on, I understand what you're saying.
Bro, damn.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me say this. Right? Can I say this, please? What I'm saying is, when we, okay, what I'm basic. I'm gonna get straight to the point. When you sitting up here washing dishes, you're doing the feminine. It's kind of creating you to be more feminine. That's why we have some feminine men washing dishes, washing clothes, and it kind of circulate like with women. We got women out here.
If you're a single man, how you expect your clothes to get clean, buddy?
I got me a girl, right? I got me a girl. Now I'm not saying you not gonna get the job done. I'm not saying like, oh, you gotta go get a woman just to force her to do work or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we have to coexist each other.
Yeah,
We have
and
to
you can,
coexist. We have
right,
to coexist. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, right?
He basically saying you got to do.
This ain't no, hey,
I
well, what if? This
Brother,
is
he just telling you to
mandatory.
couple up with somebody at some point.
God is telling you what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be with a woman. He telling you all the
yes, oh
time.
yeah,
That's why you feel, the way you feel, because you want a woman. That's why you on this panel, because you want a woman. That's why even these red pill dudes, they talking about women. Why are they talking about women if they don't want women? You want women and want men. Women want men. You feel what I'm saying? But when we trying to do each other job and try to take over each other lifestyle, it's like it intervenes and it make us confused. Like, what's going on? That's why we don't know what's going on. And I'm just trying to put you on game, but you can go.
all right, can I
all
say
right.
something?
So
Can I say something? I
go
ain't got a
ahead.
chance to speak on the panel yet. I'm the co-host.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, these ideals of modern women and old-fashioned women screw shit up. The Mexicans win because the Mexicans have the bottom line mentality that we're a unit and we gonna work together. Sometimes the woman go to work and the man have to take care of the
Right.
household, or sometimes the man go to work and the woman have to take care of the household. And it's just the mindset that if this is somebody who I'm gonna be with, then we gonna have to do. We a family. So as a family, we gonna have to be in the best position as we can. And the problem is a lot of women with these attitudes ruin realities, ruin good realities that can put them in a winning position, whether it be you have to work or you can stay at home. The fact is a lot of these women's attitude and the way that they obviously mistreat and use men push off good dudes who could create good families with them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna ask you this question though. So somebody that you obviously know is no good. Like, why would you even want to like deal with that type of? So with both of y'all said, both of y'all did make valid points because the way what you would describe it, like the way the Mexicans carry it, that's how my folks did it. Both of them worked. So it's like it wasn't like one person was doing this and one person this made somebody feminine, etc., etc. It was more or less like, okay, what is the task at hand and how do we handle it? And hell, they've been together 30 years, so I mean, I think they did something right.
But this is the thing. Hold on. This is the thing, right? Okay, with no structure, no structure, with no structure in the world, okay? With no structure, all right? If we just didn't have no rules around this bitch, excuse me, I don't mean to curse. But let's just say there's no rules around, no laws around here. What you think gonna happen in about 2-3 days? They don't
The
have no
woman gonna get in
laws.
line. The woman gonna get in line with their man because they're gonna want to be
Exactly.
protected.
So we're gonna
Exactly.
go back to pure survival.
Exactly. Exactly. You right about that. That wasn't what I was looking for, but you right about that.
But brother, can I
But
say something?
what I'm saying is, I'm not saying, okay, like I said, I wash dishes. I clean my house. I keep my house clean. All right. I'm not like that. I'm not sitting up here like I'm trying to tell a woman to. What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying, right? You can make an agreement. Okay, she don't like to fold clothes. I fold the clothes. She you know this and that woo the woo. But at the end of the day, we still gotta have some kind of structure in this house, right? We're gonna have some kind of structure in this house. So I'm a man. Majority of the man work, I'm handling that. I'm not gonna have you out there cutting grass. You tripping. Give me
Oh no,
give me that
that's a good.
lawnmower. I'm about
That's
to
good.
have you. I'm about to have you. I'm not about to have you cutting grass. That's just not me, right? I mean, like, but, okay. At the same time, she should feel the same way when she see me wash dishes. She should be like, "Oh, I see you washing dishes, boy. Get back. You don't need to wash no dishes up in here. You already fixed the TV,
Hey, bro.
and you fixed my lawnmower.
Hey,
So
bro.
you
But that's the difference from a woman that got your back and one of these females who just out here trying to use you. And the
Mm.
problem is these tricks got glorified, so these women start having relationships with tricks. So the stuff that they looking for in the man, they'll never find because you once when a man gets you with money, if you can buy your relationship, then that's just a business deal. And what you
Yep.
want
Yeah,
personally is
it's
always
completely
gonna be able to get your
transaction.
what you said.
but when you a masculine
Or
woman,
or
all you gonna attract are weak men and over masculine men. You're
Hey
not
yo,
gonna
let's be
get that
honest.
middle. You're not
Let's
gonna
be
get that
honest.
middle
But
ground.
When
but
we
brother,
say
let me tell you when she gets the masculine man. And it's funny because that you just said that. Because the same woman that's so masculine and running that trick in a relationship, she will go be with a man with less income or even broke because that masculinity is in that other man that's less than what he think under income standards. But when it comes to being a man, that's where broke men will win because they can be broke and
Basically, what
feel
he's
good
saying is
about it.
stop tricking. He
Can
basically
I
saying stop tricking. Everybody just
I'm
can
need
I
to
not
jump
stop the
saying
tricking
stop
shit.
tricking, I'm saying if you tricking, understand that you tricking. If you
can I
got to
jump
get a woman with your wallet and that's how you gonna live your life, go ahead. But understand that woman ain't gonna never love you, and it's always gonna be somebody on the side who forever got her heart.
can I jump in?
And guess what? Even if you marry her and you started off tricking, you gonna be tricking in a marriage. You gonna be tricking with a baby. It doesn't matter if she's your baby mother or your wife. If you got her tricking, it's gonna always be tricking. Once the income is gone, she gone.
Okay,
Can
we
I
got
jump in for a
somebody else
moment?
coming in.
well,
Somebody
I
got
mean,
low,
like
so
Hey,
it's pretty much, man. Okay, so in theory, the modern relationship is purely transactional. You see what I'm saying?
yep.
Especially if you're in one of these cities, like I'm out here in California, I'm in San Diego, but I'm from Memphis. In Memphis, chicks,
Yeah,
I mean, even if you're a guy that doesn't
can't
earn
even
that
hear
much,
nothing.
it used to be a chick would kind of be down with you. Where I'm at right now, man, if you don't have it and you black and you not getting with a Mexican chick, black chicks, man, unless you meet a chick that's eccentric or somebody that doesn't have this most people's the way they live their life is kind of molded off of how we interact with each other on a societal level, whether it's social media, popular culture, what have you. Most black folks
Welcome. Hey,
stay
I want to say welcome to the panel, everybody. Young Lito, everybody, welcome to the panel. Go ahead, sir.
Uh,
What's up, y'all?
sure, and so unfortunately, with like probably a little bit more than I say, it's probably half of black folks, you know, will will go and generally look for somebody that I guess you could say. I mean, all that glitters ain't gold. A lot of young like, and I'm 38, I'm almost 40. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of young, and I'm not married. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no kids. You know, and I
Mm.
made sure I made sure that I steered my life that way. You know, And so
Can I
it's
jump
pretty
in?
much. Yeah, go ahead. It's pretty much you gotta find who works for you. You know what I'm saying? Because
I,
no
Hey, yo,
relationship
you
is
cutting
perfect.
out, buddy.
I want to jump
I
in
hear
real
his
quick. Can you hear
sound.
me? Can you
Yes,
hear
bro.
me?
Sound
Yeah,
gone.
probably.
Yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Yeah.
All right, cool. When it come down to it, a lot of those alpha women aren't, they're picking those guys because they can rule over them. They know if they deal with a man that, has the money, has the resources, and have a standard for his life, she can't deal with him on his level because she would have to ultimately abide by his rules and regulations. That even if a man has money or don't have money, a man who's walking in his mind and principle, you're not going to let no woman run over you. That's just general. I could
Nah,
be a
Agreed.
man that
nah.
works. I could be a man that works as a janitor. I can be a man that works in a corporate office. When it comes down to it, me being a man and my principles and the way I carry myself, I'm not letting a woman run over me. I've been married for 14 years. And, I actually married a woman with 2 kids. And the situation panned with me was I dealt with a lot of women, ultimately, that had kids and didn't have kids. And, it took me for, a time. I actually got married at 25 and I wanted to get married young for the sole purpose of me having kids and starting to build a legacy.
Oh man, your sound
And
cut out.
you say,
And, and honestly, I got married at 20 years old. And that was the same thing the brother just said. That's what I was on. My dream was to get married, grow old, have grandkids in the house. They see their grandmother and grandfather together, but it didn't
Hey, yo,
pan
you
out
cut out.
because
Can't hear you. Mm.
I can hear him.
yeah, I
because
can
the
hear 'em.
woman
I can hear him.
it was
I hear you.
yeah it didn't pan out because I mean I left, but honestly I regret leaving that woman because even though we both cheated, we could have worked out our differences, and she wanted me so bad that when I had the baby in the marriage, she still was willing to take me back. Like I was the one leaving her, and I left her
Mm.
because we've been through so much. But
But
honestly, I can say everything that a man is asking for a woman to do, I didn't have to ask her to cook. I didn't have to ask her to clean. I didn't ask her to iron my suit so I can go to work. She would just do that because that's what she was built for by her own mother, because she seen her mother do that for me. But because emotions get the best of a lot of men, and I can say it got the best of me. I was very emotional, so when she did something, I was ready to walk out the door. I didn't think twice about if I did certain things to her because I was being selfish. But honestly, I can say that
Mm.
we both cheated. We both cheated, and I should have stuck in there because when she cheated and stuff, I chose to stay. But man, I cheated. I was trying to leave, because I thought the grass was green on the other side. But to this day, I always hold myself responsible. I don't blame people for what I do. But but the reason why I
Mm.
say what I say about women is because I took my wife. My wife, I took her from a trick nigga. She wanted to be with me no matter how much more money the other guys had. Remember, I was 20 years old when I got married. She was 24.
Mm.
And she was using 3 or 4 guys and had me watch her daughter because we was friends first. And she did
Mm.
not, she gave all that money to be with me, you know? And that I was working so good that my wife was only working 3 days a week, you know. But
Mm.
it was the fact that I started lacking being a man. That's what caused my woman to go out there and do what she did because I started lacking being a man. I started putting the video games before her because, and I in the culture of the 80s, 83 and up or 80 and up, we were playing video games like hell. And the video games was like a drug to me because I'll be on it all day. I even take my video games to work to my office. And if I ain't got no clients, I'll sit in the office and play video games. So I was heavily addicted.
Mm.
But the reason why I say the stuff I say, because it was funny that I can't even find a woman today because I refuse to take my hard-earned money and just throw it away on a female that wants me only for what I could do for her. So on that note, I've been single for 5 years because I don't be with females that don't want me for me, and I refuse to pay. I refuse to get
Can
robbed with no gun. I
can I say
refuse to get robbed with no gun
What
because,
can I,
you trying to say, homie?
I
huh?
refuse to get robbed with no gun.
What you saying,
But
homie?
I'm just telling y'all brothers, like, it starts with accountability with us too, But
Oh, no doubt.
we got.
Hey, yo, what the other brother was trying to speak. What you were
Yeah,
saying?
for
This brother with
sure.
the red sweater.
Yeah, can I? He finish? I ain't want
Yeah.
to cut
I'm
nobody
done.
off.
yeah,
I'm done.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm done. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah. No, but like I was saying, when I was dealing with my wife, my thing was, I wanted to find a woman that I can actually establish a relationship with, and we stay together long term. You know, and out of all the women I messed with, before I met my wife, it was to the point where I was like, man, I'm just gonna be single. Even though I wanted kids, I wasn't taking no disrespectful, loud mouth, want to argue. The whole thing of being submissive. I hear guys use that term so much, and I'm like, I've been in this space and I've noticed that a lot of guys, the guy BGS, he always says women were never submissive. Back in the days when the men were like, oh, the woman cooked and cleaned and did this, they were agreeable to the point where they had nowhere else to go. Either you dealt with a black man or you didn't eat. Because back in the day, where were they gonna go get a job at? Back in those 60s and 50s, who was taking
Yep.
care of them? Even like the situation with my wife, you know, with me marrying her with 2 kids, if I was to marry a woman that was ADOS, my wife is Jamaican, by the way, and this, if I would have married an ADOS woman, a lot of women I had messed with kids, the situation with them was they always like they wanted to push the kids on me like that was my sole responsibility for being with them. My
Yo,
wife, she came
that
to
shit
me.
is so irky, bro.
Yeah.
You said what? Yeah, but my wife, her sole responsibility was me and her establishing a relationship. She wasn't pushing me.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I always tell guys, she never pushed her kids on me because guys always say, well, you deal with a woman, you dealing with baggage. If I deal with a woman with kids, I'm accepting that responsibility. A lot of guys they look at it as
Right.
baggage, then don't deal with that woman because that's plain and simple. If you look at a
Oh
woman with
yeah.
kids as baggage, do
That
not
shit
deal
cut
with a
me off,
woman with
man.
kids. You know,
Hey, yo,
and when it
Right.
baggage
But
don't
brother,
necessarily mean kids. A bad attitude can be the baggage alone, and it's just the fact that you
exactly,
got kids to add on to your attitude.
yeah,
It's
and
some,
a lot of
Exactly, and you're right about that. I was because
Oh, that's a
I dated.
definite. The thing that irked me about like the whole women with kids thing is not so much that they had kids, but like old boy said, the fact that they try to push them on you, the fact that they say, "Oh, well, they just need like a strong." Like everybody remembers that movie Bebe's Kids, right?
yeah,
And if you look at it, Robin Harris's character was basically in the right. He was like, "Look, I thought you said you had a kid. You out here taking on somebody else's responsibilities, and you trying to push some
Yeah.
more bullshit on them." And he wasn't with it. And she tried to basically placate him the whole
Yeah.
time, talking about all they need is like a strong man in their life, whatever. But I'm saying this because my whole thing is I'm team no kids, and
Hey,
it's I. Well,
man,
let me be.
I do not date. I, I don't date chicks with kids.
but you see that's the thing. Do you know the
I mean,
stats
yeah,
that
but see,
51? If you know black demographics, they tell that 51% of men don't have kids and not married. 36% of men have kids and married. So if you do the numbers, all these women talk about these guys being deadbeats, these
mm,
guys not being good men, they just having sex with me, willing and dealing. That's less than 15% of the men. So you're gonna push 80 some percent of the men that are doing good, they either have kids or
mm-hmm,
marry or don't have kids and not married because they're looking for somebody. Of course, if you're single, no kids, of course you're going to be dating, messing with women in general. But to the point, if a
yeah,
woman
most
has an
definitely, man.
attitude, who wants to take that
It's
responsibility
like
of
it's
having
like
a woman
this,
with an
right?
attitude?
you can tell. I mean, all of us, we all grown here. We could kind of tell off rip, and that's why I don't like pointing the finger so much. And the reason being is because you can tell off rip within, if you pay attention within the first 10 minutes, if Shorty really feeling you or not. You can tell.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
tell if
and then
she really fuck with you, or if
Man, but
she
but
see a status symbol and she chasing that. So it's
but
like when I
can
say when you say don't date women with kids, I echo that sentiment. But at the same time, it's something that's got kids that's not trying to push them on you. Cause like
yeah,
dude said, man, his wife's Jamaican
I
and
agree.
she didn't push her
but
kids
can I
on
say
him. That's like the
say
freaking
something?
red
yeah.
ass
It's
needle in the
it's
haystack. Because
it's
But
one guy.
nowadays, a
can I
woman
say
with kids,
something?
she
It's
gonna
one
let
guy
you
been
know
trying
that
to
she
talk.
got kids and that they come first.
Somebody
She
was
gonna
trying to talk.
like try to bring you into her drama when she tussling with her baby father. It's just a mess all around.
But
Hey,
can I
one
say
guy been
So
something?
trying to
he
But
talk for a minute.
Like
can I
the
say
This
something?
question
guy,
is, what do we
all
do?
black.
Like, how do we know what the
all
situation is?
black.
How do we fix it?
Hey, let somebody else come in.
You know,
Somebody else got
how do we
something to
fix
say.
this?
Yeah,
My
I
shit's
wanted
skipping
to
like a bitch,
I
man.
wanted to chime
What's
in
up,
on
brother?
that.
Oh
Because
shit.
I'm gonna be
Going
honest.
every 5 seconds.
I'm gonna be 100 right now, man.
Okay.
Like I dated a lot of girls, you know. I dated girls with kids. Man, to be 100, bro, it has nothing to do with the kids, bro. So, to be honest, like
It's all them.
some kids, you'll get to know the kids, and you be like, man, that's actually a cool little kid. You know what I'm saying? It's a person. You know what I'm saying? This is a person.
And
You feel
some of
me?
them got silver
Like, you know what
teeth,
I'm
but go
saying?
ahead.
And I like, I'm not saying I'm gonna take on someone else's too, but there are guys out here that will do that, no problem. But
Oh
it,
yeah. Yeah.
when you have uh, a, a attitude, it's like, who want to come home to that? And then I got to come home with these kids too.
Right.
I mean, like, if you got a woman who know how to take care of her kids, she treat her kids good, she take care of home, and she do womanly things. There's no reason at all in any situation that
Yeah,
she should
I
have trouble getting a man. She should not have
I
trouble
agree.
getting a man at all. There's no reason. If she is making sure those kids not cussing him out, all right,
Shit keep going out.
are not
Somebody
Everybody
got
keep
some
getting
back.
cut out,
are
man.
not hitting him,
Can't hear
kids.
nobody.
Hey
Sound like
Tony.
somebody trying to open some chips.
Hey
It's
Tony.
probably my
Can you
shit.
hear me?
That was me.
Tony,
Y'all
you gotta
heard that
drop down.
wrinkling?
My
My
shit,
fault.
Hell yeah.
Hey, tell
Hey, no,
Tony
no,
to
no, no,
drop down
no,
and
yeah,
come
my
no,
back.
shit
no.
skipping
If
like Eddie.
if you're not speaking, mute your mouth. Mute your mic if you're not
Boss is
speaking,
muted.
please.
I'm a muted, man. But I'm gonna piggyback it off of that whenever the brother done.
God
Yeah,
damn.
yeah, but
Okay.
it has nothing to do with the kids at all. Like I'm gonna tell you, like, I done did it. Like, I've went, like, I knew I was taught by old school. Old school taught me well, y'all. He taught me how to get girls. He know you just come to a girl, man, you be a man and you hold the babies, you know, you take care of her babies and you take care of her, and you make sure you know that she got you, she gonna be down for you. But a man is not gonna when you have an attitude, that adds on to it. Like, it just adds on to it. Like, it's hard, but you can go. You can go. Y'all can go. I
Hey,
mean,
let me
I
in
just wanted to
right
say that
quick.
real quick. I just wanted to say that real quick, you know. But
Hey, let me in.
it has nothing to do with the kids, man.
And on top of that, I just want to say number one, when dudes say alpha female, let's be clear, we talking about a bitch. Alpha female is a nice way to say you act like a bitch. Number one. And I noticed because I watch Kevin Samuels a lot. And I noticed the main thing that women hate about Kevin Samuels is that he demands respect. Period. You're not gonna talk over me. You're not gonna insult me. You're not gonna do. And the crazy part is, that's the same way a lot of niggas' grandparents act. If it was your don't you ain't got the grandmama or the auntie that's not gonna allow you not to talk to them no type of way, and you just not gonna come in my house acting all crazy. That's the same way your grandparents act. And you see the way a lot of these females respond to how Kevin's when you come on Kevin Samuel show and they're playing because they not used to dealing with they don't want to give men respect. But they ain't asking you to do nothing that your daddy ain't said.
And can I hit on that too? When it come
Go
down
ahead.
to it,
Go ahead.
the crazy part is this, like I tell guys, I implemented a system which I wanted to talk to my wife's baby daddy. A lot of guys will sit here and let the women negotiate the terms of you dealing with the other man. That poses a problem because not only are you going on her terms, then you're dealing with the kids in their terms, you're dealing with everybody in their terms. If you're the man of the house, you should set some type of standard and ground rules. I sat down with my kids, my stepkids, and let them know I'm not replacing your father. I'm gonna be the man of the
Mm-hmm.
house and respect me to the T. I sat down where I had a discussion over the phone with the father, and I let them know I'm not an abusive man, but I take no disrespect. I was raised to where kids don't run the household. If there's an issue with your
Right.
child, I shouldn't have to call you and let you know they're being disrespectful. You need to handle that. I'm gonna handle it then. I'm gonna give you a call and let you know this would happen and this is how this situation was dealt with. If you want to proceed and do
Mm-hmm.
something else, by all means, by you. But the point of it is, kids don't run the house, you know. And if the
No.
kids want to run the house, they can go to your house and run your house because, in my house, it's going to be a set of rules, it's going to be a set of guidelines in which everybody has to live by,
Yeah.
and it's just a
Protocol.
point blank. A lot of men don't sit there and have those talks because you're splitting up the family when you do that. If you're not sitting here talking with this man and letting him know what type of man you are and let him know if your child gets disrespectful and has an issue, I'm going to have to deal with it accordingly because I have kids with my wife as well. We have 4 kids total. And when it comes down to it, the older 2 kids, I deal with them. I love them. I raise them, like they're my own. And I've always heard guys say that the kids say, I'm not your dad. My kids never said that you're not my daddy. They never came at me like that because they respect me and I respect them. As a child, you proceed as a child, I treat you as a child. When you want to be an adult, the gloves come on. You know, when you
Mm.
want to be disrespectful, I'll be disrespectful too. See, that's the thing. When a child wants to be an adult, you got to treat them like an adult. If they want to talk a certain way, you talk a certain way. You let them know. There's only 2 ways this gonna go. You either deal with me or you out the door. And proceeding that, if you don't
Yeah.
have nowhere to go, this is gonna be your only option is to, submit. And
Get
a
down
lot of
on
men, like
that.
yeah, but I'm gonna show real quick. But a lot of men, you got to come to that agreement. If you're gonna deal with these kids, you gotta sit there and talk to that other man. Let him know the rules of engagement in your household and what you want to implement. A lot of guys will sit there and deal with the women versus saying, "Well, I'm gonna let her do that because that's her baby dad." No, at the end of the day, you guys are gonna be a family, whether this man is at your house or calling or coming around. You got to be able to deal with him on a level to which he understands that you're a man just like him.
Hey, bro. I remember I was messing with this one chick and she had a baby daddy that she was arguing with all the time. And I'm chilling over our house and I'm really just trying to fuck the chick, but I'm around at the time. And it got so bad till I grabbed the phone to talk to her baby daddy. And I tell him, I'm like, say, bro, listen, I ain't trying to beef with you, but I'm trying to chill with this chick. And y'all keep arguing over this bullshit. And I'm like, is it another time y'all could do this? And the dude start laughing and we built a cool rapport. But as I'm talking to the dude, the chick who I was dealing with is mad at me. And when I hang up the
Exactly.
and when I hang up the phone, she like, "How you gonna be mad at? How you gonna get cool with my baby daddy?" And yada yada yada. And my whole point is that in these baby daddy scenarios, a
It's all
lot of these
against each
motherfuckers
other.
just want to beef. They just want to beef. Period. They just
Exactly.
Yeah, they
Like I
want the beef to be about them.
yeah, whatever
What?
immature
Look,
bullshit they got going on, they just doing it to antagonize the other one. And that's why a
man.
lot of dudes is, and that's the main reason Motherfuckers is saying don't deal with single mothers. So I'm be honest, I really don't give a damn what you are, as long as mentally we compatible and you ain't on no bullshit.
Can I say something?
Right.
Cause
But
I
let me let
had the
me let
same
me let
thing
me get
happen
in
to
there on
me.
that
Somebody,
one,
I
man.
had
somebody
the
want to
same.
get in there. Hold
I
on,
had
real
the
quick.
same thing happen
Somebody,
to
I
me.
got you.
Oh,
I
okay,
can wait. I
okay,
can wait.
okay.
Go
what's the
ahead,
guy's?
brother.
He said he had the same thing happen to him.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yeah. I had the same thing happen to me, man. I was with a chick, but it was a little bit different though, man. It kind of fell left, and and this kind of why I do speak out. But it's a story that I rarely tell. But I was with a girl, man, and man, I was just going to work, and right before I go to work, we was on the phone like early, early that morning, like 3 in the morning. We on the phone, and it got around 5 o'clock. So we just met up before we both went to work. You know what I'm saying? And so we went to work or whatever. So right before we left, she had brought up her baby daddy out the blue, and so
Mm.
I was like, okay, well, you know, whoop de whoop, man, y'all kids are not, bro. Hold on, let me think what I said, cause what I had said is important.
What?
But what she told me, hold on, wait a minute. What she told me, she said, that's why my baby daddy said that when he get out of jail, he gonna kill you. I said, what? I said, I started getting mad. You know what I'm saying? So before I really turned up, you know what I'm saying, and really kind of got mad, I said, man, let me just hurry up and go to work before I get into something, and I'm gonna lose my job, blase, blase. You know what I'm saying? And from that point, I stayed distance from her. You know what I'm saying? And but she'll still text me, we'll talk or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I'm talking to, I'm like, man, you messed up for that whoop de woo, like, cause when I went to work, I went to Lafayette. I went all the way, cause I'm a truck driver. I went way out of
Okay.
town. You know what I'm saying? So I was I was texting her, and this is right. This is right before we broke up. So I'm just giving out why we kind of like this situation. So I kept telling her, I was like, man, I'm tired of you fucking bringing up your baby daddy, man, and you trying to stress me out, this and that. So I'm kind of just breaking it down to her that this kind of just over, and it ain't really nothing else. You know what I'm saying? I really, cause I didn't. It's not that I have nothing to do with him. I don't even know him. You know what I'm saying? He
Right.
was in jail. You know what I'm saying? He was locked up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And she was trying to, she used to cry to me. She used to cry to me. She used to say, man, I don't want him no more. I don't deal with street niggas no more. I'm this and that, this and that. And I was
Just
just
to
like,
keep bringing them up the whole time.
yeah, but you bring exactly, bro. And the shit was just driving me, bro. And it's like, man, a person could only take so, you know what I'm saying? Because like you try to manipulate me and tell me you're joking and all this, and it's like, no, bro, you don't joke about shit like
I
that.
don't
Like
play. You don't play
you
like
put
that
you put my
because
life on the
it's
line,
life.
like, because I've
Hey,
It's
yo,
had
life or
other
death
somebody
we
else,
girls,
talking
I
about.
got other
let
past
the other brother
stories
get a
that
chance to
other
speak too.
that I've been set up before. Now, I mean,
Hey,
because
yo, let's
I've
let the
dealt with
other
a
brother
lot
get
of
a
women.
chance to
I dealt
speak.
with a lot
Somebody
of
wanted
women,
to
but
point.
you can go. You can go.
Hold on, bro. Let me get in there. Let me get in there. Y'all can hear me, right? Just
Yeah.
making sure my
Yeah, I can hear
connection
you.
cool. Well, blessings to the show, man. This is something I was looking forward to. Obviously, I've been listening the last couple nights. You feel what I'm saying? So it was some things I would like to bring up. I heard y'all brothers discussing before. Shout out to Tiffany for putting everything together, of course. And it's one of them situations, bro, where we all go through this, and it's a narrative, man. It's kind of they running away with a little bit on YouTube because they throwing in the money and shit. But at the end of the day, bro, we done all been in these experiences. We not about to act like nobody a date single mothers, but it's the attitude. You feel what I'm saying? We got right here is we got a brother in the streets, a motherfucker, quote unquote, called Square, and then we got a nigga in jail, and you threatening this man behind this woman. So we have to ask ourselves, what is that
about. But what it boiled down to is validation, bro. A lot of these women want two men fighting over them because that's the only thing that's telling them that justify all the choices they done made, bro. You gotta dig that. Like, all right, I got the girl got 2 kids. She got this nigga in jail. He's supposed to be such a factor, but then she got this truck driver who make 80K, 100 a year. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't no telling what she was saying about you to him, bro. And that's the dangerous
And I know the
thing.
game
That
though. I charge it to the
you
game
feel
though,
me?
cause I mean I know the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not no simp out here in these streets. You know, I keep a G. You feel what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But it's just like you trying to put me in a situation. You know, it's kind of like you try to make it, and then you try to make it like, oh, you want me to defend you from your baby dad? Like, man, look. You
No, that's
trying to
dead.
put me?
Listen,
That's
that's
dead.
no,
You being messy. That's
that's
what it come
dead,
down to. It
brother.
come down to
Brother,
you
listen,
being messy.
I'm passionate about it because this just happened to me, y'all. I was dealing with this lady, and it sound crazy. It sound crazy in my defense. You feel me? Women, they do stuff out of relationships and get to be like, oh, I was in a bad spot. But us as men, whenever we hear it be like, oh, I wasn't there mentally. We kind of look at that funny. You feel me? Now I was dealing with this woman, bro. She was low hanging fruit, as some people would call. She had 3 children. You know what I'm saying? And she telling me she done with dude. Well, come to find out, she been talking to this brother the whole time. But when I was there, wasn't no Christmas gifts. He wasn't calling on no birthdays, none of that type of stuff. But when he popped back up, you feel what I'm saying?
Nothing.
Come on, man. So now it's just one of them things, y'all. This is really what I wanted to ask the panel, and this is not too much to shift the conversation because it all coincide. But what do y'all think is the number one outside influence outside of what everybody get at home, bro? Like, where are these ideas coming from? What's make people think
Can I
certain
Music. We could
conduct
say
is
music.
cool?
can I answer?
I'm willing to say music because up until like
Me too.
I'm gonna say
Can I?
like 2012, 2013, it was embarrassing if you was caught tricking. But
Right.
these in
Somebody else said
Atlanta,
they
and I
want
hate to
to say
blame,
something.
I hate to blame one city for this, but let's be real. Like
I
it's
hear you,
I'm
Shorty.
gonna say like it's
Oh,
just a lot of the songs out now, tricking's okay. When before you never trick. Now tricking is acceptable and even encouraged. And because of that, you know, girls that was like in their teens and early 20s at the time, they listened to it and their whole mental changed up. The way that's what they looking
right.
for. They looking for tricks, they looking for sponsors. People that's gonna basically sponsor the lifestyle that they want to have. So while they figured out, well, they could play it like where they got one dude that they sponsoring them and another dude that they had fun with. So I mean, that's what I think. I think
Yeah.
music played a
It's
Who else
large
it's
said
part.
that?
it
Can I
yeah,
answer
go
Tyler
that?
ahead.
Perry
Can I
punk
answer
ass
that?
too.
Yep.
Can I
Go
answer
ahead.
that
Yeah,
question?
yeah.
Go
It
ahead, bro.
really, it all. I'm telling you, man. It started from the feminist movement. It started from the feminist movement, right? But then when women started really splitting up with men, they really started seeing that they
It
can
ain't
do it.
easy.
They can do it on their own. No. Let me say
Right,
this.
right.
Well,
They can do it on their
I
own, but it's certain drastic measures they have to go through. Listen, it's certain drastic measures they have to go through to get this money, right?
For no reason.
So exactly they don't have, but it's drastic measures they have to go through to get money, and they realize that, if they put themselves in a man position, they really living like a man with a job,
Mm-hmm.
going home, living like a man. You know what I'm saying? And they start saying, "Well, damn, I'm doing a whole man's job. Why am I doing a whole man's job? Like how? How did I get this far?"
Well,
Yeah, but
And
they do want to
that's what
work.
they
I'm
wanted.
yeah,
I
They
wouldn't
do want to
necessarily
work. They
and
blame
want
it's
to
it.
really
work. They
no,
want to
but
work.
I'm
Internet
kind of
fucked up.
breaking it down from the beginning to how it got
My
to right
internet
now,
being ghetto
because
is
we
hell
talking
today.
about listen to me. We talking about third wave feminists, right? The white girls said they didn't even want to be into it with that. They called it a whole new thing. They called it third wave. They say, "Oh, this is a new wave. We don't know. We like black men. I don't know what you're talking about." You know, this is a third wave. This is a whole new thing. And then that's kind of when women started shaping it up to thought culture, slut walking. It's okay to be a hoe. Like somebody want to actually go in there raw. Come on, man. You think
Hey, bro.
if you getting passed around, I'm gonna wife you?
Pass you like the next. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's
I'm gonna
dead.
be the next in line.
Hey, bro.
That's
But,
it. And
I
it
agree with
and
what Tony said when he says the music, because
you,
it's crazy. But as time passes and music comes out, you can see it engineering society. You can, when you
Oh
remember when
yeah.
Drake came out with "Nice for What," how females was acting. Some of
Mhm.
the OGs might remember when Pop was alive. He dropped a song called "You Ain't Never Had a Friend Like Me." Then Drake came out and dropped out a song that said "No New
No, no
Friends."
friend.
And if you look at the
Hmm.
culture between somebody who around my age and the 20-year-old, it's totally different. The niggas that was raised on Pop, we got homeboys that we'll kill for. Them niggas, everybody they know that they done got killed by their homeboy.
Who is that talking? B
So
Rogers?
yeah, that's B.
It,
Hey B, so let me
okay,
ask you
so
this,
like
bro.
I
But what you got to say about the women from the '90s though? Like myself, bro, and I ain't trying to make this too personal. But they was
I'ma
kids.
say
I'm gonna give her
this.
that. Hold on. I got a question. My mom, bro, she conceived me at 15. Now I'm named after a man that was my father, but he stepped into my life as my father. He been there ever since. You get what I'm saying? Now it's one of
Yeah.
them things. I say that to say, bro. I was born in '90, bro. I know how women was back then too, though. You feel me? Even without all the music that we have today, and women
Hey,
and
well
men. So
hey,
it's
let me say something, bro. Since you asked about how I feel about women in the '90s, actually they was the same as the women today. The difference is the percentage of the women that
right,
are
okay,
there. You had the
okay,
Queen Latifahs, you had the Brats, you had
right. Well, it
the
was a balance. It was a balance.
yeah. Right now, all you got is Lil Kim. That's it.
Can,
Right. No Queen
It's
can
just
I
Latifah.
Lil
hit y'all?
Kim.
Can I hit y'all over the
Yeah.
head with something real quick?
Yeah.
All right. For
What's
one,
that?
when it come down to it, just like the brother had that's a trucker, men got to come to this agreement. We got to start leaving women that show us the signs because all day the writing is on the wall. We choose to sit there and stay the bill, try to make a relationship work. If the writing's on the wall, read it and leave. If you know, I always visit this dude Roger Report. He always say if we don't sit here and leave women, we'll never sit here and elevate ourselves because we're gonna always stay in a situation that where we're gonna end up coming to the agreement where we hurt ourselves or we get to the point where we go to jail. Because it's only gonna be one or two ways to end that situation.
Mm-hmm.
If a woman is sitting here trying to play me, in a sense, and I see she playing me, I'm either put my hands on her or I'm gonna get caught up where another guy gonna put his hands on me. So I
Mm-hmm.
gotta defend myself at all costs. So if we would leave the woman, she's not winning. She can't win if you leave her. What are
Hey,
you offering her if you leave? Nothing.
hey,
She
brother.
can't get nothing out of the situation. You
Hey,
know,
brother.
and
Let me intervene right here. See, with what you said, see, this is the thing. We got to get back to shaming. Tricking is
Yep.
for hoe ass niggas. And the problem is these trick ass niggas is our homeboys. They done fool Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne told them that it ain't tricking if you got it. So you got these old simp ass trick ass niggas, and I got some homeboys. They steady having relationship problems and this and that, and it just get to the point where I got to be like, bro, you stupid, bro. If a chick see a sucker, she gonna lick it. So we got to start calling out our homeboys and our friends and our brothers when they doing this trick shit. And if you don't leave, you need to say, listen, bro, she's using you,
Facts.
and you must apparently like getting used because
but
we
the
can't
point of
keep
it is,
having. What you gonna
Yeah,
say?
like I said, up until about go ahead. Up until about like 8, 9 years ago, tricking was like shamed. It was like we clown used to clown niggas who did shit like this. Now it's accepted.
They called
Like the
they
man
called they called him back in the day, Captain Kirk.
But
And
this
that's
Yeah.
this is the point.
Captain Kirk.
and that's what
Go ahead,
changed the
Jay.
balance of the dating scene. And these females are having problems, and the most of the shit that we are dealing with is because now you have introduced tricks into the dating culture. And a lot of women
What?
don't have respect for men, so they ain't gonna sit back and listen to the wisdom of the alpha males that they got around them.
Right,
So they,
right, and
so they,
big bro. Let me get in there right there with you, man. Because if I'm not mistaken, you the LA brother. To me, I'm from the
yeah,
Bay, bro. So you could tell these folks right here that I'm not lying when I say this. One of the biggest differences between the Bay and LA is they stand on what they stand on. Our culture is different, bro. We a little bit more player with things, bro. Them niggas not gonna
Well,
play
like
no game. No, not saying
So
no,
I
no,
mean,
not saying it's not no LA players. But listen, this is my point. This is my point, bro. When it comes down to it, bro, it's one of them things. It's one of them things. Where a lot of the shit that motherfuckers want to attribute to just the hood is shit that we all used to be on. We're not about to play no games with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? If you a trick, you a trick.
mhm.
Now, but
But
we
this
on black women. Hold on. This is my bigger point. That's where I was going with it. We on black women, y'all. But nobody be caring about us though. Every nigga is not a truck driver. Every nigga is not a software developer, bro. Nobody advocating for them niggas in the prisons, but they got the nerve to get on YouTube and say dope dealers is better providers though. But here we is with all these laws and shit taking alpha males off the street. Now, nigga, I would pray and hope that my son is a nigga that's doing the right thing, but regardless of what I came through myself, right? But when you have a systematic nigga, when you have a systematic way of going about removing alpha males off the streets, bro, because you got niggas from the 80s, 90s, early 2000s, they was doing whatever they was doing that was contrary to the law, so they find themselves confined in between four walls. You feel what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of leadership going off the streets. This the thing, bro. Nobody want to attribute the positivity to them big niggas either, though. One thing about real niggas was they wasn't about to let you come on the block if they knew you wasn't cut out for that type of shit, bro. When you hanging, you
Yeah.
banging. You don't got niggas like that out there no more. They letting anybody come up there because they need crash test dummies. My mama did 2 bids in prison, bro. She
Yup,
came
yup.
home, right? And she told me, she
She
said, a lot of these
mentally
niggas that
free.
y'all think
Yup.
is hard was suckers when I was a kid, bro. But due to the fact that
but you
everybody else around them is gone, these the only niggas that's out here. So they condone this sucker shit, bro. And it's one of them
that's
things
how
where I'm just
Mm.
that's a big part of how it happened too. And then like we got to this point really one. So what we feed our mental, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us, like most of us grew up in either the 70s or 80s. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So you got to look at how rap and hip hop became normalized versus
Change.
soul music was the medium when our parents was growing up. You see what I'm saying? Most of us come from a
There's a lot
two
of love in
parent
soul music.
two parent household. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
my dad went to the feds and shit when I was 10. My mom died shortly after this. You know what I'm saying? But you got some folks like one of my cousins. His dad wasn't in this household. You know what I'm saying? But he turned out okay. It's just it depends
Mm.
upon, you know what I'm saying. It varies for each different situation, and a lot of these females have
can
father issues. You know what I'm saying?
can I hit
Right.
Like,
you
yeah,
froze?
go
Mhm.
ahead.
Can I,
somebody want to come in?
yeah, I want to say whatever you eat don't make me shit. When it come
Right.
down to it, a lot of men that are out here tricking, all I look at it is this: the alpha man gonna be alpha regardless. We're gonna move in a certain way. The whole thing back in the day, they always say everybody's not making it to the promised land.
Period.
If you move in a certain way,
Mm-mm.
you're gonna continue to move like that. That's just like this whole thing with the CDC. They're saying that black men are better fathers than any man on the face
Thank
of the
you.
earth, than
Now hold
Indian
on,
men,
brother.
white
Now,
men,
hey,
all these.
hey, and I'm gonna shut,
Now
and
let me
that's
hit.
why they be snatching us up. That's why these other races want us, and not the black women. You don't hear that, but it's not a
Let,
competition, bro. But we
let me
make
hit.
great fathers, bro.
Let me hit with this though. The point of it is, we
Ah.
never stop being great fathers. We always been great fathers. The media has implemented us in a certain fashion, to which back in the 70s, back in the 80s, back in the 70s, the 60s, all that, we always did what we had to do. There were men out there working 2 jobs. The point of it is, you had men, yes, they cheated. Yes, they had another family across town, but the point of it was they worked 2 and 3 jobs to provide for both of those families.
And
None
that
of
was
those
happy.
women never went without, and they all, did their thing. Now, you move up to now. These men now, they're still in position. We never changed about being good men. It was just like I said, the 15% or less, those men got caught in that trap because kids, you got a guy in Tennessee right now. This guy got over 30 kids
It keep
and he's
doing
like
this
30
shit.
some
Yep,
years old.
yep. I'm the one that keep freezing. My shit be off,
I
dog.
think, you freezing, Tony. But the
Hey,
point of it
listen.
is,
I want y'all to go to. I want y'all to go to the account called The Black Man Can on Instagram. It shows black fathers all day in a positive light.
exactly.
Well,
No,
shit,
look,
Tiffany, no disrespect. We see it, bro. I
Yeah,
was
we
just with
move
my
that way.
cousin. We see it, bro. When I'm with my niggas, bro. These niggas, the real niggas, not dirtbag niggas. Them niggas gonna do what they can for their kids. Whether they got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. You feel what I'm saying? So
Hey,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's what it's just the media. It's
Yeah,
just the media.
exactly.
I see black
Exactly.
men, I see black fathers every day. It's just the media
Come
telling
on.
y'all that.
Tiffany,
Straight up.
Tiffany,
go ahead,
I
Jason.
got Tiffany.
I don't know if she
I
can hear
got
you.
Tiffany. I got five.
Yeah.
I got six brothers, but five of them got kids, and more than one kid. And all five of those fathers. I mean, if you ever wanted to do a video, you can have an interview with all five of them. They not locked up. They not dead. They not in jail. They raising their families. They in healthy relationships. Some of them been in there for like 13, 14 years now. You know, these are good, productive men that are in successful relationships. One of my brothers is a doctor, and he's in a successful relationship. That girl was with him, and he was going to school to be a doctor. Before he even made the dream come true, she was with him, and he graduated and everything. Then he went to college and became a doctor, and he stayed with her. And some of the women in my family say, "Oh, he could do better. Look at how she looked." He's not worried about that. He's worried about where he came from with her.
But
That's how I know it's possible
Yes,
for
sir.
a
Yes,
man
sir.
to go past looks. He's going because he's getting the femininity, and she has not changed since he became what he became. He knows she was there before all of that even existed. When it was just a dream. She believed in his dreams, and she decided to stand as a woman in her place. And now they don't even have kids. Kids is a choice for them right now. They don't even have kids, and they both successful.
But see,
You know,
Yeah,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
but
Go ahead, Jason.
like I said, I'm proud. I'm proud when I look at my five brothers with kids, and I got my little young brother. He ain't had no kid yet, but I'm looking at all five of my brothers. You know, they all in their kids' life. You know what I'm saying? None of them are deadbeats. But these are not the men that's always in the media. You know how many letters my mother wrote Oprah? My mother from New York. She was writing Oprah plenty of letters. Never got a response back in the days.
Cause
They said, we
that
exist.
don't pay Oprah bills. That don't pay Oprah bills.
Exactly.
That don't pay Oprah bills, man.
Hey, bro.
What they
We
say?
know what's
What they
going
say
on.
for media, sex sells. And when it come down to it,
Yeah,
bad information is sales.
Look at what's Oprah's main demographic.
White
Black
mothers,
women.
white
Yeah, white women now.
what they
White
call them?
women now.
White domestic mothers.
But
What's
y'all,
Oprah's main
Oprah been on the
demographic?
air
Let's
for 40
ask
years.
that question.
What question?
white women.
Yeah, it's
That's what
white
black men
domestic
Yeah,
mothers.
I
possibly
used to
living
get
Mostly
better than
mad.
her.
home mothers.
Well,
Yo,
white.
she not
Yeah.
just helping out. She not just helping out white women. She helping out white women with bad credit. When her sisters ain't got nowhere to live.
Yeah, so nobody
She
helping
helping
them
a
at
white
all.
woman with credit problems. Credit problems. Every time I watch, if you go back in those shows, if you go on YouTube and you look at those shows, those are women with bad credit and loans.
Hey, I'm gonna
Those
hit
ain't
y'all
got
over the
shit to
head.
do with.
Go ahead, Jason. I'm gonna go after you. Go ahead. I'm my bad for cutting
I'm
you
just
off.
no, I'm just saying that shit ain't got nothing to do with. Oh, they really homeless and they poor. That got something to do with their credit being fucked up, they loans and this and that. You know, but she rather help out little problems and help out the big problems in her community. Honestly, she would have probably made money off my mother. You know, because my mother had 10
I mean,
kids.
let's not
I
pretend.
ain't I ain't tell you about the girls.
Go
I
ahead.
didn't tell you about the girls. I didn't tell you about the girls she raised. None of her daughters are gold diggers. I mean, my mother would have been a big story for her. But she passed that by.
Hey, somebody else
Cause
want to
my
say?
Yeah, I
I'm,
wanted to say when it comes.
We have a female joining the panel. We have a female with me. So let's welcome the Diamond
What's up, sis? How you doing?
How
What's
you
going
doing?
on?
Hi everyone.
hey, what's
Hold
going
on, hold
on? How
on.
you?
Welcome to the channel.
Hi everyone. This is the Diamond
So,
Empire.
Okay,
so we
you
been
want to
talking.
speak?
Yeah, what you got to say?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Loud and clear.
Oh. Okay, what are we
How you doing?
discussing?
Welcome.
Sure, I feel like we need to ask her
All
some
right.
questions since we got
I
her on here
I
now,
invited
Yeah,
her
a
y'all.
lot
on
of
here
I
stuff.
so
got
that
one.
she
A
can.
lot of stuff.
Okay.
I got a question I want to ask. Now, I'm
Can
not
y'all
sure.
hear me?
I
Hold up.
can.
What
Yeah,
you
we
were
can
saying?
hear you, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you.
No, I was just saying she's the first woman that's not afraid to get on here and
Yep.
help me with for the women's perspective. So y'all go ahead and ask her. I'm a mute.
Hey, before we start, man, I'm gonna let y'all know, like I always tell guys, when women, I don't know if y'all do this, but when women come on the panel, I always say relinquish your sword. Don't try to attack the women. We talk to her with an understanding of getting
Right.
the information to her so she can relate it to us,
Right.
because the force is not gonna implement what we're trying to do here. But go ahead.
Exactly. I just got a quick question because I'm as heterosexual as they come. Now, one thing I've been noticing lately on this black YouTube streets is if y'all hate women so much, why y'all don't be with men? And I know that's some, we all know how black women is. They quick to they quick as hell when it comes to that tongue. So I just, when they can clearly see ain't no brother on that type of time, why would that be even something that's a counter argument, so to speak?
Are you guys asking me that?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
asking, ma'am.
do
I'm
that.
asking. I'm just wondering, like, why can it be hard to understand where we coming from in a critical sense, like versus, oh, you gay, you don't like women, go be with brothers then, like that. Like, I don't think that's what nobody here. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you on that. I really do feel you on that. Yeah. Okay.
Is it so? You've been noticing it?
Yeah, I've been noticing it a lot too. So yeah, I been noticing that a whole lot lately. So my take on it is like,
I think shit's cutting out.
can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Yeah.
you now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, we can hear you now.
But yeah, I've been seeing that a lot lately. Um,
So why you think it's so easy for sisters to lash out at brothers like that? When you know what I mean? Me and my partner was just talking about abuse today, man. And I'm not never condoning it. I'm not saying it's okay. But all of us in here as men, you know, you not about to. It's hard to sit there and let somebody berate you. You feel me? Because that's something I can hear something like that coming from a woman's mouth if I'm sitting there right with her. And let's be honest, y'all, in the black community, being called gay, nigga, that's up there.
Hey,
Yeah.
You know,
on the
come
bigger
on,
scale,
man.
on a bigger scale, I'm gonna say this: a lot of black men deal with emotional and mental abuse from
Thank you.
women. Period. And we
Thank you.
just don't put it on the front stage. And I
Thank
think what
you.
the brother really trying to ask the sister is, how is it that women can be so abusive to men
Thank you. Yes.
who are showing you that they, whether you like me or not, even if you don't like me, you got somebody who is trying to show you that they give a fuck about you in some type of way.
Mm-hmm.
How is it so easy for black women to throw? And we ain't talking about the rich ones, but I'm talking, we see this in regular society. Why is it so easy for the regular black woman to throw the regular black man under the bus? Or at least that's what it looked like.
That's what I'm asking for sure, big bro. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, but I feel like this right here. All men, all women, they should keep their hands to themselves, period. Don't hit no one if you're not ready to get your lick back. You know what I'm saying? Hit back. So I'm saying, on my perspective, keep your goddamn hands to yourself.
Right.
If you don't want no one hitting on you, don't hit that person. And vice versa. If a man hit a woman, if the woman hit a man first, you know what I'm saying, and if it's his right to, hear the back. Because my thing is, if you're grown enough to hit someone, you're grown enough to hit the lick back.
But ma'am, it's not about physical abuse. It's about emotional and mental.
Right, but that's
your
hold on.
emotions.
My fault,
Your
Jason.
emotions
My fault, Jason. My fault. My fault. You right, Jay. You right.
Number one,
it's not about
emotional and mental abuse breeds physical abuse.
Leads to the physical, and that's all I was about to say. On God, bro, we are on mamas. It leads to it. So a woman can't act shocked if she get her, if somebody put hands on her, because we didn't really sat there past our limits as far as coping. You know what I'm saying? Because a man already got all type of stuff going on in his brain. So that emotional and verbal abuse, it's like, damn, I can't beat her. I'm about to just hit her now because I can't go toe to toe with her verbally. You feel me?
Yeah. And women will cut you deep, fast, and they expect you to just be a man. Like, nah, you don't understand. That meant women will say some shit about your mama, your kids, and cut you deep. Fast in the motherfucker.
And that's why you did. That's why I just leave at that point.
Yeah, I just got out of a relationship because of this shit. She called me a bitch ass nigga, and shit, I called her a bitch back. I mean, shit. You know, I mean, I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have done that. Looking back on it, I should have handled it a different way. But you know, like, and that's another thing. Like, too, with like being a little bit like having soft skills. You know, as a man, you're supposed to lead them. Yeah. But at the same time, though, it has a lot to do with how folks is raised. You know, if a chick if a woman never had her father there with her mother at the same time, and vice versa for the man, because it's a two-way street. You know, it's gonna be, and especially if you haven't been taught or seen somebody in your family, there was a healthy example. It's pretty hard to navigate a relationship.
Yeah. You know what, bro? I disagree with that. And the reason I disagree with that is you could take some of these sisters who have the worst attitudes, and every time you say something, they go fly off a handle, but they know how to act at work.
Thank you. Hey, Rogers, and that's why I gotta hop in there, Chris, and that's why I gotta hop in there. I'm not disagreeing, but listen, y'all, and once again,
they picking it.
My life could be a movie. Listen, y'all, I'm about to tell y'all some real shit that's about to fuck people up, bro. My mother was the most violent person in my life, bro. My mama went to jail for homicide, bro. Like, nigga, so to me, when a black woman work herself up, nigga, I'm thinking something about the. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
And it's,
I feel you.
bruh, that's real talk, bruh. Like, mom, but she was a sweetheart. She was a cool person, bruh. She just wasn't no punk. And I feel like Big Bro can attest to that because I've been out of state for a minute now. But in California, bro, the women be just as hard as the niggas, bro.
Bro,
Period,
I
bro.
said the
Like,
other day, that maybe I'm exaggerating, but I said like 95% of the gang violence is around
no,
women.
I
Now,
was here. I was here for that. I was listening to that one. That's why I
Man,
said I
shit,
needed to
that's it,
call
man.
in because that's facts.
and like I say, from what I've seen, most of the violence, most of the beef has come from women doing conniving shit, or women amping you up, or women playing with a
Yes.
man's ego. I remember,
Yes.
man, I went to go get a damn ID. And these females down there, and this is, and they, have you put in work for your hood yet? And these chicks fine in the motherfucker. They
Man,
fine,
that
you know.
make you want to put in work. That make you want to put in work. And that's why I was asking y'all where these influences come from. What is it? What's pushing this shit out there? Because back in the day, what was in the hood stayed in the hood. But now we have something it's bleeding over into pop culture, bro. And it's the number one export in America is black culture, bro. You feel what I'm
Yep.
But
saying?
you got
But it's damaging us the most.
but you got to understand like this. Like I said before, men of they're gonna alphas that move a certain way. You know, living in principle, you gonna move the way you've been moving. This
Yep.
whole thing about the industry is only the whole thing about the 5 percenters.
Yeah.
You know, you got 80%, you know, that the whole deaf, dumb, and blind, or the 85% deaf, dumb, blind. You got 10% that really know how to play on the deaf, dumb, and blind. And then you got the 5 percenters that actually give out the information to let the 85% know, hey man, you being taken advantage of, you know, pick a better route. The point
Okay.
of it
Right.
is
My
when it
man's
come
my
down to them,
man's
if you dealing with the numbers on it,
my man's
you
God.
know, we gonna move a certain way. But the point of it is, a lot of those people, when they get to that status in their life, they need to be guided. That's the whole thing of advertisement. You know, that's the whole thing of these rappers. You know, I had a discussion about a rapper earlier that had a whole bunch of kids. I don't want to really want to say his name, but the point of it is, you know,
Future.
everybody was talking to a point where this man had all these kids and this and that. I'm like, dude, you got to understand this money, the money that this man has, he's moving a certain way. He has to promote himself to the point where people have to agree with his lifestyle. If he
Mm-hmm.
puts it out there that he's a regular guy, he's never been to jail, he's never smoked weed, he drinks apple juice instead of drinking liquor on the videos, how would you perceive him? He has to live that thug life. That why you think 6ix9ine was big as the way he was. He was personified as this crazy, weird street dude that nobody never thought
Hold
that could
on,
live
hold
that
on.
life.
But that's a good point. That's a good point, and that's where niggas need to stop selling their soul because at the end of the day, we're from California, bro. Bloods and Crips originated here. We exported that
Yeah.
shit. So them niggas thought they was about to take advantage of
Hey,
him,
look, don't
and,
finish.
and in the long
They
run,
both had
got
them
their
all.
ass played. And got their ass played, bro. These gangs, bro, and shit like all that shit that come out of Chicago that started off as organizations, motherfuckers, man, they gotta do better, bro.
Yeah, they
Because
did.
the structure is not there no more. But Crips and
Hey,
Blood
bro,
ain't never been bigger though. You feel me? It
bro,
don't make
listen,
sense.
I say this
They don't like
because I really came from it and I can prove it. And I said
no.
it on the first podcast. Tiff put me
I'm gonna
on.
say this.
Hold up, bro.
I'm gonna say this
But
real quick.
Hey, Tony
no,
going in and out. You can't hardly. Oh, he good. He heard you.
Yeah.
what I was gonna say is nothing
All right.
productive
So
comes
y'all
from
hear me?
gang. Yeah, hold on, let me get this in right quick. But what I was telling you, there is no way to fix it because nothing productive come from gang culture. If you really come from that and that's really your life,
Oh wow.
simply don't
That's
promote it.
one thing.
Go ahead.
Right.
Period. Because you know what it's gonna do. It's gonna destroy. You're not gonna get a job. You're not gonna get no resources other than
Facts.
nigga shit that only
You gonna get
niggas.
extra time for being a part of a gang.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing ever is gonna come out of it. It's just if you really came from that life, then the best message to push is Tell the truth, man, bro. This been a whole bunch of bullshit, and I done got fucked up and damn near killed, and everybody I know done got fucked up and damn near killed, and there's no real benefit from it.
But you don't see no popular gang members doing that, bro. Maybe except outside of a few, bro. You don't see no popular gang members keeping it 100 like that.
I mean, I was blood up in New York, but you know, my mom was like coming at me. You know, she was out there chasing me down with the car, like popping up at spots, and you know, I didn't want nothing to happen to my mother. So after a while, I stopped banging and I started, you know, going out there, getting a job, getting honest money. You know, but everybody ain't built like that. But I was
Period.
down with the Bloods up in New York. This was up in '96. You know, when it first hit New York. But what happened was the real Bloods that started the shit, they got locked up. That's how the shit got out of control. The real ones that got locked up in New York, those are the ones that had shit on lock. Like you can't kill no innocents, don't fuck with other people. But those Bloods got locked up, and that's when they got out of control. Cause you had this nigga OG Mac up in the Bronx. He was just sending little kids out there doing things to people, grandmothers and shit.
Yeah.
And, you know,
But yeah, so before my internet freaking cut out again, like the whole banging shit, like that shit not even really for every. It's like it started, like he said, in Cali, but when it got to Baltimore, man, that shit was already like played out before it even really kicked off.
Thank
But
you.
what you
Already
had was
watered
people
down.
listening to Wayne, listening to Jim Jones, because remember Jim Jones was like Super Blood once upon a time. That's what he
He
was.
was.
So it's like, but see, once upon a time, if you was somebody that came from a good home and you tried to be in the streets, OGs are like grab
The
you by your
streets
collar and
would
take you
tell you
back
to
to
go
your
home.
house
The streets would make
and
you go
tell
home.
your parents, please make sure you keep your kids off this corner, man. Like that's what they did. But now it's to a point where they letting them just do whatever. And plus, man, why niggas be waiting till they mid-20s to be hard? Explain that to
Man,
me.
if you went from over there, if
I got
back in
that
the
one.
day, it used to.
I got that one. Why do dudes wait till they grown to join gangs?
I
Number
don't know
one,
why it's like
Yeah,
that.
why you wait till you grown to be
I'm gonna
hard?
tell you this. I'm gonna tell you number one, which I believe is
Like,
the
cause
first
you ain't
reason.
going.
Hold up. This is the first reason why gangs are so predominant in America. We come from tribes. When they came to the west coast of Africa to get them slaves, it put tribes in slavery. So number one, tribal nature is our first. It's our first instinct. So we got to understand to some degree that gang culture is going to spread simply because we come from tribal people. The other thing is you have these dudes who have these fantasies of living this life that they never got a chance to live. So when they get grown, and by the time you should be a G or close to being an OG, you grown and finally got out your family's house and finally have a decent. Now you want to come
All right.
outside and play. But this shit you should have
Facts.
been doing when you was 14 years old.
Wait till
But that's like the Birdman. Look at Birdman was a Crip first before he became a Blood.
But see, that's hold on. That's where I'm gonna hop in there
It must.
because
It's two sides.
Yeah, they
that shit got
crossed over.
that shit got mutated, bro. That was never no Cali shit. That's what we call false flagging. You feel
Right.
me? Set hopping, bro. That was never allowed type shit. And I'm not even from like in the
Exactly.
Bay Area. Big but tell y'all, we don't bang killers, we bang blocks, bro. From the neighborhood, but it amounts to the same thing. You feel me? Because now what you see is this side versus
Hey,
that side of the city.
hear
It
me?
ain't colors. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, part
Y'all
of
can
it.
hear
I
me?
feel like part of it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Tiff
Tiffany,
trying
yeah,
to
we
talk.
hear you.
Tiff trying to talk.
Yeah.
What you got to say?
I
So
gotta
like,
give
all right,
two shout outs. Thank you to Leon and to Rashid for y'all donations. Every donation gets a shout out. Sorry, y'all.
It's
Nah,
cool.
you
Go
good?
ahead, bro.
Shit, shout them out. But hold on, let me finish,
You
so
y'all.
good?
Real
so
quick, hold on, real
oh, go
quick,
ahead. Yeah, go
buddy.
ahead.
My
Sheed
Go
in the
excuse
ahead.
me.
building.
The thing about that shit, bro, like you said, how you said about Birdman, that he used to be a crib and shit. I still fuck with them niggas. Them my niggas. I understand that everybody don't, oh, that's what it was. Bro was like, okay, how motherfuckers in they late 20s want to start being hard. Okay, I'm 30, y'all. I'm gonna be 31 later this year. I've been outside since 13, 12. So that type of shit don't register to me. But when I look down now, you feel me? And I'm not no fake one, y'all. I preach the same shit I talk to y'all, the people I meet, bro. Like, this ain't what it's cracked out to be. You feel me? I ain't never had a gang money, bro. You can meet people and they tell you, like, oh, I always was close to the money. I was close to the money. I was getting there, but something happened. My mama died, or I went to prison. Like that typical hood story of rags to riches, it don't really exist no more. So I don't promote that
Nah.
to nobody. You feel me? So with that being said, when you see my Tom, I'm glad you back, because I was just answering. You feel me? I was just answering your point of how people get so old and then want to start gang banging, bro. Like that's something I stay in Ohio now. I've been out here for a couple years, but I was born and raised in California, high school, all that type. So I've been out here for whatever reasons, bro, legal trouble and shit. And when I first moved into my building, which is in the hood, y'all, you feel me? And I'll be honest, bro, I only pay a couple dollars for rent, bro, but I'm from California, so everybody used to 2,100, 2,300. The little money I'm paying, I'm like, I don't see how nobody can't pay this. But when I move in here, it ain't the best building, bro. But it ain't the worst either, based off where I'm from. You feel me? Man, I get here, y'all. No gang banging at all, cuz. Now, nigga, I guess my block is owned by some gang bangers. They tagging shit on the fucking in the elevator and shit. And to me, I be tripped out, bro. I be tripped out. I'm like, why is this shit? Why do everybody like? Come on, bro. I get some
I
people is
told you
lost.
why, bro. I
I
told you
know
why.
the tribal. No, big bro. I'm with you on that. I'm not no dummy. I'm hip to that. Human nature is tribalism. But then when you got motherfuckers who 24, 25 trying to start, you feel me? Like, bro, you a
But
loser.
Just getting put on the
this
hood.
those are the niggas who never had the
I see it
balls
all
to
the
get in the
time.
streets when they were supposed to.
Right.
And nowadays you can't call nobody a punk. You can't call no law because you hating if you do. But the
That's
fact of the
fact.
matter is, a lot of these niggas are too scared to get in the streets because you come from. I know it. I know what you're saying. It's like, bro, how in the fuck you gonna get put on the set at 25 years old and your big homie be 15 years old?
Come
But if
on,
you ain't
bro.
from the thing, you ain't comprehend that. You know,
Yeah,
Come on,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying?
somebody was just saying that
It,
about Dave East. It was like he waited till he was 20 something to join
And
the
he was in
C.
college.
Wow.
That's crazy. You
Yep,
get
he
put
was
on
in
when
Hey,
you're in
college
hey,
and could have
California.
played
What's wrong with
basketball, bro. But you don't want to tell nobody that. You don't want to be like, bro, just go to same for J. Cole, but J. Cole didn't go join no gang. J. Cole dropped out of high school. You feel me? Like,
I
bro,
mean,
I mean,
like
dropped out of college. Like, right?
to
Oh,
that,
bro.
to that though, to speak to that a little bit, I just caught an episode of Drink Champs, full episode of the joint that they had Big U, Deborah Atney, Trick, and Bimmy Atney,
mhm.
right? And Big U had went through like a lot of reasons why people join gangs. But like, see, the thing is, back in the day, if you wasn't from that neighborhood,
Right.
what
you need to join that
even
set.
like, man, you could not do that shit. Like if you wasn't from over there, man, like nah. And see,
Yeah, you
right
ain't
now,
lying.
like I feel like, and I want to touch on something else too that we had said earlier. Like I watched this Kevin Samuels podcast that was from like 3 years ago, and he was saying that like a lot of guys are failing because they have this high school or this little boy or teenager mentality. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
so they can only attract. He drawing a parallel with saying like you can only attract that type of female. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's
Mm.
like with a man, when you got your own everything, it ain't shit a woman can tell you. You
Period.
know what I'm
Yeah.
And
saying?
they
I
hate
mean,
that.
you got two options: deal with it or don't. You know, so and then I feel like a lot of those women that call in, they're calling in objecting You know what I'm saying? Because one, they haven't listened to a bunch of the guys' podcasts. I mean, a bunch of the guys' videos, because a lot of his early videos, he critiques black men hard.
Yep.
You know,
And Rich, let me hop in there real quick. I think I heard Jason saying something about it earlier, y'all, before I called in. The thing, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I got a mixed upbringing, bro. Like, it's a weird ass story, you feel me? But I'm grateful how I grew up, bro. But I got an uncle, nigga, and that's who Kevin Samuels remind me of, bro. Like, y'all, look, I know y'all old enough to remember this shit, but remember before 9/11 and before the airline bailout, remember how good airlines was doing? My uncle, bro, was working for the airlines, bro. Before all that bullshit, the man had 500,000 in stocks. Now, nigga, I'm from the hood. You feel me? I'm like, man, my uncle was pulling up in the newest Navigator. He was high value before high value was a thing, bro. He a little bit older than Kevin Samuels. So this, I'm growing up. I'm like, my uncle, the nigga. He from Ohio.
right.
He coming to see us in California. His wife really from 6th Ward, New Orleans, boy. She built herself up. Strong black woman built herself up from the mud, bro. She slept in New Orleans, bro, in the shack, nigga. She said her daddy brought raccoon home to eat before. This the same woman y'all spoke on earlier, bro. When y'all was like, kids is kids. I said I cursed in front of her, rapping Lil Wayne, nigga. That woman smacked me in my mouth so fast. I'm 13. She ain't, cause that's how they was brought up. That's just a different type of person. So, nigga, to say like, nigga, I'm just piggybacking off Jason shit. Like, that's what drew me to Kevin Samuels, bro. Because I had them type of people in my life. A lot of women didn't. You feel me? And I look at it now. My grandmother is my uncle's sibling. They don't get along because this nigga don't take no shit. He's self-made. He always been self-made.
Thank
bro.
you for your donation, Dwayne.
Come on, bro.
Thank you so much, Dwayne.
With a thin line between love and hate, and Tyler Perry, and all these men hating movements and men hating.
I was
Beyonce. Now was it Destiny's Child? Can you pay my bills? That was another one that kind of
that set it off.
Hey, let me hit that real quick.
Hold up, bro. But like I say, with all these movements going on simultaneously, it's come to the point to where a woman just doesn't honor wisdom if it comes from a black man.
Period.
Wow.
Period.
And that's why you seeing and shit.
Good point.
You can be hollering at a female on some. I'm not trying to.
If we want,
you my home girl, and I'm just trying to tighten you up on game.
She's not gonna listen.
You're gonna get a kickback simply because you're a black man.
But if Jerry tell her that, or Michael tell her that, she gonna, you know what? Maybe you're right.
She gonna put posts on Facebook and shit.
I just talked to my therapist.
Now, this the funny part that I want to hit on.
No. I'm gonna say this, cause you right about that. They not gonna listen to you, but they will listen to a pastor though. They listen to a pastor that's taking their money
to front, bro. She gonna tell the pastor what he want to hear, and she gonna go out there and do the same exact damn thing, bro. Californians, bro, was raised in the church, bro. Like
Frodo. Let's keep it G. Like this has a lot to do with for no reason why our community so fucked up, because you look in the churches and all you see is women. They come in there for some hype fest.
Exactly.
And these are the same demographic. That's the same demographic that subscribes to Tyler Perry's bullshit. So we want to talk about unrealistic expectations. They come from these damn Tyler Perry skits where you got the single black woman who got these kids. She's basically a charity case. She all the way fucked up, and she dealing with this abusive baby father or whatever. And then out of nowhere comes this knight in shining armor he's like super nigga. Like he's got everything that you could possibly want. 6 figures, look good, light skin, got cornrows. And she just can't for the life of her figure out why he likes her. She can't figure it out why he likes her. Next thing you know, they have her falling out because she's so insecure. Next thing you know, she turns to some old man in drag for advice. to tell us some shit that was some common sense, and then she comes and they reconcile. It live happily ever after, cue the church music.
Yeah,
Like
I never,
that shit is
I never got
unrealistic
that
as
either.
fuck.
It's not realistic at all. I never got that either.
I mean, Tyler Perry figured out that if you resell a thin line between love and hate, women will buy that shit
Yep.
over and over and over again. And you have this percentage of black women that are bitter and are scorned. I don't believe as many of the women that are saying this shit are bitter and scorned. I believe it's a lot of women who are bitter and scorned who is thinking this shit to the other women, and they just regurgitating what this one bitter motherfucker saying, and it's spreading like bad rap music.
Can I jump? Hey, and I'm gonna take it a step deeper, bro, because I got hip to Tyler Perry in 2003, bro, when he was making plays. That's how long I've been around, bro.
Yeah.
And you know who was playing it? A single black mother. My partner
Yep.
mom was playing Tyler Perry plays, bro, on VHS. And what that tell you is, see, Kevin Samuels, old podcast, he'd tell you, bro, I grew up what you would consider a feminine nigga. Every feminine nigga not gay. That's something I had to learn,
He did
bro.
say that. He
That's
said
something I
that.
had to
I
learn.
watched the.
Every feminine nigga is not gay,
Everybody
bro.
got the masculine and feminine energy.
So that nigga, Tyler Perry tapped into that. He was like, all right, I grew up around all these women down here in Atlanta. They saying the same thing. Let me tell they stories. And that's what even got him on the play. So then he just blew up even bigger from there. You feel me? It wasn't that he did it with malicious intent, but it was pandering to an extent, though. Here we see 20 years later. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was pandering.
Based off what he came from, bro.
I wanna hit real quick on them songs. Like I always tell guys, you have Beyonce that to the left and the independent woman, and now you got that WAP culture with Cardi B and Megan. You gotta understand this. These women are promoting this single life, but what happened? These women are married.
Exactly.
They got husbands, they got families. But the whole point of it is the same thing as this whole, men dealing, the buying Birkin bags and paying for the woman like that. This culture is being pushed, and the suckers fall short of the glory, while the men who are moving in their purpose, like I said, the 85% of those people, they deaf, dumb, and blind. They moving whatever sells. That's why advertising is key. Why you think Bill Cosby in the predicament in? I don't want to put it on it, but when it came to Bill, he tried to buy NBC. Look what happened. He down for the count.
And speaking of Bill Cosby, let me say this. They put Bill Cosby in jail for allegedly shit that happened 30 years ago, but the woman who admitted that she got Emmett Till killed ain't facing no shit.
I not just spoke on that today. Bruh, man.
And that's the strong and toxic feminine culture. What I'm talking about. That's why I always say black women have become the right hand of white supremacy. That's where it started.
Roger, hold on, Roger. Now, hey, that's why I had to call in also, because I'm with y'all everything about the black woman. But you feel me? I always bring it back to us because a lot of shit stems from the black man and them not understanding the shit that they done to us, bro. You get what I'm saying? The black women don't even understand the shit that they done to us, bro. Why you see so many autistic black kids? Why you see so many black boys labeled this, labeled that? Because they done everything under the book to kill the black man. They'll keep the black woman. They don't want the black man, bro. They'll keep the black woman. They don't want the black man, bro. These women don't even understand the shit that they done to us, bro.
Hey, this a dude right now. YouTube, Dr. T. Hassan Johnson. He's a professor at Fresno State out there in Cali. This man does black studies on boys. Don't you know that he did a study to where the average black man in America reads on the 3rd grade level?
Stop.
The average black man can't even go to college because he can't even pass the exams. And it all stems from parents, from the mother who's supposed to be the, the nurturer and the provider, she don't even read to her kids. She's sitting there with her phone looking at Instagram and
Yep.
Facebook and telling the boy go sit down somewhere and look at TV. The TV has raised our kids so much to the point where, like I did a video that I told them people, I said, man, I let my son go up there, look at videos and all this stuff, and I would tell him, hey man, you ain't clean. You ain't picked this up off the floor. No phone for a week. Oh, you didn't wipe off the table. Give me the phone. You can't get the phone till I let you know. I do small punishment to my sons to the point where I let them know, hey man, no TV, no phone. They looking at me like I'm crazy, like I'm the bad guy. I'm saving you from a life of crime. I'm saving you from a
Yep.
life of redemption to where you pick up a book and you have a better chance than the average man out there. Like I'm in the household with my kids. Average men don't get that glory. They have to call on their phone. Hey, read that book. Hey, do this. You got to put these kids in the mind frame of, nobody's going to be there for you when you get older. Like I said, I was
That's how I
blessed
was
to
raised. That's how my
be
parents
around
raised me.
elders, man. I was blessed to be around elders. I always stuck around old people because that's where I got my knowledge from. Truth be told, there's a lot of old people not giving the knowledge. There's a lot of old people not pushing the youth in the right direction. But you got to understand,
It's a lot of hell.
you
It's a lot of
can't.
old people that's trying to be young.
That's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
problem. That's what I'm
bro.
talking about. These old
When I
niggas
see
trying
a
to
All
live
them
out
40
their
50-year-olds
childhood
think they
fantasy.
young, bro.
when I see a
Yeah, they
40-year-old
trying to be
man
out here.
sagging, when I see a 40 and 50-year-old man
There's
sagging
no
their
respect
pants,
at that
I'm
point.
I feel bad. 40, 50-year-old man, you sagging your pants trying to be down. Come on, man. You was raised up in the era of excellence, wearing suits. Like I told my homeboy, when I got past 30, I started wearing three button shirts. And my homeboy was like, man, why you do? I said, dude, you got to carry yourself the way you want people to respect you and represent you. To the
Yep, and
point where
act
it was
your
a
age
situation.
sometimes. Damn.
Yeah, but it was a situation where
Yeah.
my homeboy got a business, and he was wearing a tank top. Him and my other homeboy. I was wearing my 3 button down shirt, my golf shirt. He had a personal care business, and the lady fell. I went over there and helped out. We all helped out. I moved. I had to give her the business card because he couldn't do it because he was wearing a tank top. At that moment, he went home, got rid of all his too tall shirt, like the too tall shirts, the big old shirts that he wore, all his polo. He got not just fitted, but he got shirts that fit him. He always bought
Mm.
extra large and large. This dude wore a medium,
Oh yeah, that
but
baggy
that was
shit
the
play
hood.
out
That was
there.
the hood way. That baggy shit. It was
Yeah.
hood. But the
Right.
point of it was when he got into that mind frame of like, man, I'm losing money, I'm losing clients because of my lifestyle. He changed his whole wardrobe, man. It's a way of life.
That's what these
Yeah.
Oh
corporations
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. You definitely got to
But,
either reinvent yourself or not have the kids mentality. Because definitely how you dress, man.
Hey yo,
it
but
does go a long way. But let's also not forget, like a lot of the fashion. Who runs the fashion industry?
Not
Jay,
us.
You know,
Jay,
like who runs the fashion industry? Let's keep it G. Why you think sagging all of a sudden? Well, why you think sagging was so popular? Like out of nowhere, that became just the norm, the mainstream. That
That
was
was
to
prison.
mentally emasculate you.
When
That
did
was
that shit
prison right
happen?
there. That was
Was
in
it was
prison.
it like crisscross?
nah, nigga, that
Nah.
happened
Well,
when
I'm saying like
I'm
when that
I'm gonna
happened,
say
bro.
right around the
outside of
time.
outside of prison.
Hey, no, bro, I'm gonna tell you when that
It
happened,
wasn't the
bro.
prison niggas. Them
No,
niggas been
no, that's
sagging
not when it
prison.
happened,
No,
bro.
outside of prison.
No, let me tell
Oh,
you when
okay.
it
So the
happened,
niggas,
bro.
the niggas
Let me
that was
tell
coming home from prison.
hey, bro. Let me tell you when that happened, bro. It was a BET or Source Awards, I think. And Jodeci and Tupac came out sagging. The females went
Mm,
crazy. Cause if you was in the streets or a young nigga around the time when Jodeci them came out, the females loved Jodeci, bro. So when they came out
yeah.
like that, the
Yeah, they
females
did.
went crazy. The next day, every nigga on the block was dressed like Jodeci.
Yeah, and once the females on it, it's over.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Fellas, we got
Yeah.
5 minutes. We got
The
5
tip
minutes
said we
before we
got
wrap it up.
that tip said we gotta wrap it up.
Right.
But nah,
Bro,
so
well,
cause
hey,
like
let me
so
get some
I'm gonna
closing
say this
comments,
though,
bro.
like,
I see some new faces in here because I've been listening, bro, since Tiff started these lives, and we ain't get to go that first night she did it. I think y'all was on for 3 hours or something, bro, and I was rocking the whole time, but I was at work. I couldn't call, so I ain't gonna take up the whole 5. But it been some topics we brought up. I'm definitely looking forward to either discussing with y'all or listening. But I feel like this helpful, man, to everybody. You feel me? So thank y'all for having me on,
okay.
bro, for sure.
Much
Hey,
love,
Tiffany,
homie. Much love.
can you put the names up? I want a screenshot. I'm gonna go ahead and sub to some people.
Hey, before we get out of here, I got to always give out love to JT, the bigger figure, cause that nigga is doing this thing. He's
Yes,
Yep,
sir.
one of the
Yes,
city's
I
sir.
saw
finest, on
that.
mamas.
I
we got
saw
the,
that.
and the other thing I want to give props to is what's that boy name? NLE Chopper. I'm gonna get these young brothers. They do every time they can. NLE Chopper came to a point to where he's trying to be awake and more conscious with the shit that he's saying and he doing. And no ain't into a lot of these young niggas rap. I think when these young niggas start doing shit that's positive for themselves, that's gonna be positive for the youngsters. And these the young niggas who we need
Mhm.
to put on the
Okay,
front page. I want to get shouts out to NLE Chopper too. And
I'm gonna
and in
play
his
his music just for you
trying to be
saying
the
that.
best man.
Facts. So
Yeah.
good.
Hey, it's a channel. There's another channel on here called I think it's or some videos called Ask a Black Man. Have y'all seen those joints?
Nah.
Me either.
Ain't them.
I ain't hit.
Yeah, it's pretty lit, pretty live.
Anybody else got a closing statement? Sis, you got something to say?
Yeah, basically, I started a channel basically because I got into the Black Manosphere, man, and I always seen the issue with marriage, man. Because like I said, I'm married. I'm gonna go ahead and hit my picture right here. This me and my wife, and I always tell guys when it come down to it, I hear so many men have the discussion, and they kind of predicate on not being married to the point where you're pushing these young guys out of the loop. You know, I've heard young men talking about they want to go MGTOW at 19 years old. And I told him, you ain't even experienced life. You ain't even jumped off the porch. You ain't even, had your first piece of regret. The longest you've been in a relationship probably is like 2 to 3 months. Experience life. Go out here and date. Deal with a woman. If she treats you wrong, cool. I can understand if you go through like 2 or 3 women and you keep getting bad results. Then by all means, do what makes you happy because I'm not in no man being to the situation where I'm forcing you to get married. But the whole thing is, you got to see if that's for you or not. Don't count out on what another man's go through. These are the lessons that teach you how to move in this society, man. And if it choose to be you single, then so be it. A man don't need a woman to make them whole because he's still gonna build, he's still gonna work, he's gonna have the capability of cooking his own food, cleaning his clothes, providing for himself, cleaning his house. Because I always tell men, as men, you should know how to do everything. If you don't, seek the
Yeah.
attention, seek the advice on how to do everything.
I don't
Because
want
I
to.
know how to sew.
I don't want
I
to
s-
cut you off,
I
bro. We ain't got that much time, bro. I'm trying to give
all right,
everybody.
go ahead. Cool. Do your thing.
But anybody else got a closing statement? Make it short if you do.
Say this, I wish that I could have said more, but I got Teddy Riley internet problems over here. So, but I'm gonna say like it's been definitely a pleasure like rocking out with y'all tonight. Um, a whole lot of insight. We basically all got the same experience, seem like, man. Real rap. So that's
And
all
I
I gotta
want
say about that.
uh,
Facts.
once again on Tiffany panel, you have brothers coming together without bickering and arguing, having conversation and dialogue, without bickering and disrespecting each other. And we welcome any woman who wants to come to our dialogue as well. So unless Sis got something else to say, I think we finished.
Nah, I'm good, man. It was good rapping with y'all though.
Already,
For
man.
sure, y'all.
Yeah, man, we gone.
Peace.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good night out
I'm
there.
about to smooth step over myself. Yeah, man. It's been